We are
Already.
live. I'm ready. We're ready.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Guy with popcorn, that's good. Alrighty. So, like I said, we're going to start with Fylo. After he went through the portal to the Feywild and he met Chrysanth, his daughter. Fylo,
Yeah.
when you were training as a druid, you heard a metaphor for eternity. The metaphor goes something like this: that in a distant land, somewhere far away, there's a mountain made of pure diamond. It is 2 miles high and 2 miles around. Once every 200 years or so, a little bird flies 200 miles and pecks that diamond mountain once. And then it flies back and waits for another 200 years to pass. When the mountain has been chiseled away into nothing, that's when the first second of eternity has passed.
Oh. Oh, okay.
That is what you have been doing. You've managed to find the Fey Fortress of Summer's End, flitting along in the last rays of sunlight of the last day of summer. You entered that place. You explored it. It was an ornate but abandoned castle. You were the only sign of life. The only thing out of the ordinary there was a single corridor that was filled with solid diamond. The diamond couldn't be removed. You had to find a way to get through it. So you did the only logical thing. You used your druid power to turn into a bird, and you started pecking your way through.
Alright.
When you got about halfway, you suddenly realized that you were in there for a very long time.
Oh, don't
As
tell
you
me that.
pecked- You pecked your way through that, but you didn't seem any hungry, any more tired, any more older even than when you started. And you realize that, oh crap, this might mean Chrysanth died of old age while she was waiting for me outside. But
Nice.
you found a window, and she was exactly as you left her, just picking up rocks and then throwing them off the edge of the castle just to see where they land. When
Okay.
you tried to go back outside though, you discovered that the magic in the castle wouldn't let you.
Oh.
When you thought the entrance was, where you thought the entrance hall was, it was just a hall that looped back around into the castle. You realized that that the only way out was through the diamond wall, or killing yourself. But since that wasn't an option, you decided to turn back into a bird and just keep pecking away at it.
Alright.
It's the monotony of it, though. Like I said, it's almost like a dream. Like you, for 1 second, you just start pecking, and then suddenly you wake up, you realize you're a little further in than when you last started. As you get further and further in, you notice that through the diamond there's a light that's shining, like natural sunlight. As you get closer, the light gets brighter. You can't really make out what's through there because of the way the light is being refracted through the diamond.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, this place just completely screws with your sense of time. You have no idea how long it's taking you to peck your way through. But before you know it, you're making the last few pecks, last of the diamond is cracking, and you're almost through. What do you do?
Almost through.
Like 1 or 2 more good hard pecks should see you through the diamond wall. It's not like you chiseled the entire thing away. You just have like a little fist-sized hole for a little chickadee to hop through.
Before I fully get in, I go back to my human form and I check the window where Chris should be.
All right, you check out. She is exactly where you left her, just still throwing rocks.
I tried to call to her from the window.
All right, you try to call. The window is made of glass. You've already tried smashing your way through the window, but the window's indestructible. You try calling her. She doesn't seem to hear you.
Alright, I'm just gonna Chris, and just utter a small prayer that I'll be able to see her again and nothing will happen. But whatever's through that diamond wall is something that I need to figure out and I need to get through. So I turn back to a bird and I give that diamond wall the good 1 or 2 pecks it needs for me to get through.
All right. There's 2 pecks. The wall crashes open. The last of that little bit of diamond just crumbles and falls through, and you're free to hop through.
I hop through.
All right, and you find yourself surprisingly in a sumptuous garden, like a sumptuous fey garden. Let's get some music here. It's like any fey garden. It's extremely beautiful. There's flowers of all sorts lining the path that's winding through it. Trees bearing fruit of every kind. You can see harmless little animals flitting their way through the branches and the leaves. See tiny birds flying around, little rabbits hopping around, and even like deep into the garden, shyly staring at you is a deer. But there's a marble bench near the winding dirt path of the garden, and sitting on that bench is a human woman, taller than not so like freakishly tall, but definitely taller than Sal or Kelby.
Okay.
Name drop.
She's just sitting. She's just sitting there with a rabbit sitting in her lap. She's wearing a plain white dress. She's just petting this rabbit. She looks, well, fairly regal, almost like a queen. And the ornate fey crown on her head seems to suggest that she is. Except there's some things that are off about her. The first is that you notice that she has large red dragon wings sprouting out of her back. They're folded up. But they look large enough to actually carry her. As you look, you notice other things that are off too. Her hands the back of her hand has faint red scales on it, and her nails are long and black and curved like a red dragon's claws. She has a red dragon tail sticking out from beneath her dress. And most curiously is her eyes have been bandaged, like this, just wrapped up with cloth. She doesn't seem to notice you're there. She's just petting the little rabbit sitting in her lap, very serenely.
I guess kind of clean myself, or like dust myself off, trying to look myself be presentable as possible. But
yes, you're still in your little bird form, by the way.
Yeah, okay. Then I turn back to my normal form and trying to be as gentle as possible because I don't really want to crush the grass beneath me. I just with a light foot just go down and I look towards this figure and I say, hello.
She looks up, just like straight up ahead, when you say hello. And she smiles at the little rabbit, gives it a last pet, and then puts it on the ground and sends it on its way. Then she stands up, turns to you, and then just gives a deep bow.
Fylo bows as well, just to give it back.
Yeah, just agree. And then she just stands up, folds her hands in front of her, and just smiles at you.
She's not saying anything?
Nope. But she does seem to have an idea about how tall you are, because she is looking down at you.
Yeah, I say, so, the reason why I'm here is because my answers to my dreams would be within Summer's End. Would you have the answers?
She nods again.
Then, tell me about the people within my dream.
Show me.
She beckons for you to follow her.
Show me.
Okay. Show me!
Oh, she beckons for you to follow.
Yeah, I follow.
Nice.
And she turns, she just walks away. You can see the tip of her tail is twitching like a cat's.
Can I roll any like nature or history check to who this
Make a
figure may
nature check.
be?
Yeah, make a
All right,
nature
I have
check.
0. I doubt I'm gonna know anything.
You could do it.
15. She
bad.
has some very serious draconic blood in her.
Ooh.
You think that she's also part elf.
Okay. All right. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
When you follow her along the path, you come to this gazebo that's built on a small hill. And she leads you inside. You see there's two things. The first is a small brazier full of ash. The second is a pool, almost like a bird bath that's full of still water. The bird bath is a little higher than you can actually see, but as you approach it, little stone blocks just rise up, forming an impromptu set of stairs that you can climb up and so you can peer into the bath.
Ooh. All right. Where is the figure? Like inside?
She's
next to
standing
the
right next to the shallow bird bath of water.
Oh, okay. Then I stand beside. I assume like as you said, it's a bit tall for me.
Yeah, so the stairs are, like I said, the little blocks rose up to form stairs so you can reach it.
Yeah, I stand on the stone stairs to look at the bird bath as well.
Yeah, you look inside, it's just the water is like a perfect mirror.
Okay.
Then she reaches in and she taps the center of the water with one claw. It sends ripples spreading throughout the bath. And as the ripples bounce back and forth, the reflection shifts and it changes, and it shows you your dream again.
All right. Like which part? Like all of my dreams, or just a certain part?
All of it.
Okay. Yeah. Fylo has his eyes wide open, and nods in confirmation. Says, "Yeah." It's like, "Yeah, this is the dream."
Yeah, she taps again. And then the image changes and you see each of the figures alone. The first is the man with the glasses and the armor. He's kneeling before this elderly fellow, this elderly man with 7 gold canaries flitting about his head like a halo. The old man has a sword and is tapping him on the shoulders. Tapping him on the shoulders with the flat of the sword's blade. You can't hear what he's saying, but it's clear that this is some kind of a knighting ceremony. And a very important one too, given the fact that there are several gold dragons and other humans in shining armor watching.
Okay, this night should be important. Would I know any figure in history to
Make a religion check,
religion?
because there's a lot of
Alright.
religious iconography.
Nice.
Yeah.
Come on. Ooh, that's
Oh.
nice.
This night is Alexander Anderson. You're seeing the moment when he was both canonized as a saint and raised to demigod status by Bahamut himself. The old man is Bahamut.
Oh, I'm just having this big oh, damn! This person is a legend essentially. So, Fylo's just.
I mean, he's all right.
He's not.
He's alright. Yeah.
The woman reaches out and she taps the water again. The ripples again spread. And this time you see the young man with a crystal sword. A crystal sword that has absolute power over space. You see him looking at a ledger. And as you look at his face, you realize he bears an uncanny resemblance to Cassius and Ice Lakewood. Like he's a relative of theirs.
Yeah. Wait. I have a question. So with the whole out of character, this question, because
Yeah.
what is our story interconnected? So if you would know about Alexander, would you automatically connect them with Sylvana and Viral, or are there
Yes, he
legends
probably
separate?
would. Yes, they're legends. They are legends right now at this point in time. Like everyone's heard the story about how Alexander cut down an invading army with one swing from his flaming sword.
Yep, that's what happened.
Just seal the gates to hell with nothing
So-
but his own wits and might. That's it.
So would you say
Yes, he is aware this is Viral.
okay.
Nice.
He is
So
aware
then-
that Viral is this is young Viral long ago, and you can see that Viral also has calls a child to him that climbs up onto his lap, and he starts explaining what's on the ledger to the child, who's listening wide-eyed attentively.
When Viral was a father. That's nice.
He was explaining the family business. And then the woman taps a third time. And you see the elf woman speaking with 13 hunched over bird-like figures, these scabrous, vulturine things. And then you see all 13 kneel before her and clearly pledge fealty to Sylvana.
Ooh. Okay.
Just as a
remember
bystander asking, I know. Just as a bystander asking, would Fylo know Sylvana that well? Like,
the only thing he knows about Sylvana is that she vanished from history not long after the final victory against the vampire god.
That's what I thought, because clearly she's, untethered of fate.
But
this is before godhood Sylvana. So like you would
pre-god.
This is pre-god.
Fylo wouldn't know you're a god. Fylo would just think you're god.
Yeah, except you can see in the background an ornate tomb with a statue of Viral on top of it. You think this took place after Viral's death.
Nice.
Oh. Dang.
Yeah.
So is there anything else that...
death. Come on.
Yeah. And then she taps she taps it again and it vanishes. And then she just looks down at you. The blind woman just looks down at you with another smile.
And Fylo just looks even more confused, because even though he knows now who they are, why is he getting dreams about these three, essentially legends? And what does it have to do with him? And what's happening now? So Fylo looks up to the blind woman and says, What does it mean? All three of these people are long gone from present day. Maybe except for Saint Anderson, but
she taps the water again. And this time when the ripples stop, you can see that the water is split into 3 even portions. You see one with the Viral stealing a big pile of treasure. He's got the bag slung over his shoulder. He's being chased by angry elementals, and he's clearly laughing to himself. Second third shows Alexander swinging away at some horrible demon with a glowing sword, taking heads off left and right. And the third shows Sylvana engaging in spell casting and learning at the feet of these 13 scabrous monsters. But there's something else, though. All of them seem to have golden puppet strings attached to them. You can't see the puppeteer that's controlling them, but they all seem to have puppet strings.
Yep.
And as you watch Sylvana casting her spells, one by one her strings snap until finally she is an untethered puppet, but she doesn't fall down in a heap. She keeps casting, and her casting suddenly seems to come more easily to her.
Okay. Fylo just looks and he's trying to interpret what the strings mean, and if the strings still apply to both, let's say, a demigod like Alexander or a god like Alexander and Viral, he kind of thinks slowly and looks towards the figure and says, Sylvana has been gone from history.
She nods.
What power would have enough to puppeteer? And then he kind of thinks, is it something like destiny? Fate? Something like that?
She reaches into the brazier, pulls out a handful of ash, and then throws it at you. As you wipe the ash off, she points above you. And when you look up, you see that you too have these glowing puppet strings attached to you.
Oh, shit. Oh, God.
Oh, breaking
that's
the fourth
so
wall.
Dope. Oh, that's so dope. Fucking love it.
Yeah, the
Okay.
woman then takes some ash and she sprinkles it on top of herself. And as she does, you see one by one her own strings come to view. And then she
Okay.
looks at you and she nods with a smile again.
Okay. So what you're telling me is that from these three legends, that these two are still within fate, but one of them is not.
She nods.
Then Philo just starts understanding the repercussions of people that don't necessarily have a fate. And then he just looks to the lady again and says, if people have the ability to defy fate in any shape or form, then chaos will ensue.
She nods again.
And I assume all three of these people are still, or not all three, but Sylvana, she's gone in history. It never said if she died or not. She's still here, isn't she?
She nods.
Is my dream saying that to make sure fate goes the right way? Or what does my dream say? This is...
The woman just shrugs.
That's up to Philo to interpret.
And then she opens her mouth. She kneels down in front of you and opens her mouth, and you see that her tongue has been ripped out.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she closes her mouth, just smiles, and then gives another shrug.
Okay, I mean, this means a lot. I need to... How much would Philo know about, like, the current state of the world? Like, is it chaotic? Is it in a time of peace?
It always seems chaotic. All right, this is
Yeah.
the medieval times. Like, if
Yeah.
you know your history about the medieval times, anywhere in the world at this time, there was always some shit going on. You had the Mongol Empire in China. You had France and England at each other's throats with the 100 Years' War. You had the Crusades. You had various empires or kingdoms rising and falling. It was always chaos.
I think Philo was
Yeah.
asking is that in a
Like, is there
grand
any
picture, is there
Yeah.
a big conflict or just remaining?
Does he feel
a certain
that, like,
amount
is
of
there
peace?
some-
Yes.
Is there? Yeah. It like. Yeah. What he said.
Yeah, the woman thinks actually for a moment. And then she pushes the basin over, the bird bath over, and it falls. It smashes on the ground, spills its water everywhere.
Okay.
And then she holds her hand out over it, and it goes back up the way it was. The water flows back inside. It's like you're watching it in reverse.
Okay.
And before you know it, the bird bath, you never would have known that she pushed it over and shattered it.
What does it mean?
I think I know what it means. I'll be quiet.
Yeah, Philo's just trying to understand what that was, but doesn't know.
Well, to be honest, she doesn't have. I'm sorry this is confusing. She doesn't have a tongue. She can't speak. She can only communicate with pantomime.
Yeah.
So he tries to Are you
Ask
trying
her to
say
write it
that-
down.
No.
Write that in a long paragraph or a novel, so I can read it on the
Yeah.
road.
yeah. Just pull out a book.
So anyway,
Yeah.
Philo says like, are you saying that there's an event that essentially broke something, but it inevitably came back, and like it was never gone in the first place?
She thinks for a moment, and then she gives you a thumbs up and a thumbs down.
Okay, half correct.
Well, make an insight check.
Okay. Insight.
Natural
plus-
one. Here it comes.
14.
14.
No, it's good enough. You think that she's saying yes and no.
Yeah. So it's kind of half correct. Okay, I'm a bit there. So it is an event, or not? Thumbs up or thumbs down?
It is an event. She
Okay.
gives a thumbs up.
So it's
He
an
nods.
event. So what isn't correct is that, you push it down. So an event that broke something. So something was broken,
She nods.
and then it reformed back again. So
She
It was-
shakes her head.
It was
No.
never.
She pushes the bird bath over again and shatters it again. And then she points to herself. And then she puts her hand over the bird bath and puts it back together magically.
Okay.
So something broke and you fixed it? Just try to think it.
again. No, she shakes her
Something,
head again.
something broke, and that person needs to fix it.
She shakes her
Oh.
head.
Yo, she shakes her head to the guy with the popcorn. Gotcha.
She shakes her head. She is supernaturally aware of so many
Yep.
things.
She's like, shush.
She's just blind.
Okay. All right. I'm off base. Ignore me.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Jeez.
Fylo says so. Okay, wait. So something broke, and then someone put the pieces back together.
She nods.
Ooh.
Okay.
But who is
Is
that
that someone? Is that someone one of the three?
She shakes her head.
No.
Someone
Who would
else.
it be?
She taps the water again. And you see a symbol of the Raven Queen.
Ah.
Oh. Would I know what? I know the Raven Queen. Like normal knowledge would be that she makes sure.
Yeah.
You know
people-
me. You know Sal, so you would know.
You would know the Raven Queen.
Yeah, the Raven
enough.
Queen symbol looks like. Yeah.
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 So.
Then the Raven Queen. So the Raven Queen is trying to fix this?
She shakes her head. She points at the Raven Queen symbol and then pushes the basin over. And then she throws the ash on you again. And then she points to the glowing puppet strings and then repairs the basin.
Okay. The Raven Queen. Is the Raven Queen responsible for these strings?
She thinks for a moment. And then she nods.
In a way.
She is. So that means the Raven Queen has to do something about Sylvana then.
She shakes her head.
No? Huh.
She thinks for a moment, then she beckons. She puts her fingers to her lips at you. Like what she's saying is to keep something a secret. And then she
Okay.
taps the basin again. Now you remember when you guys faced the circus, you saw the Raven Queen.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
So you recognize the figure in the. You recognize the Raven Queen sitting on her icy throne.
Yeah. The dream catcher and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
you
don't
catch her and
think-
everything.
I don't think I was in that dream though, because I was still
That
not under the influence.
that is true,
Right?
right? Philo
I think
was
it might have actually. It might have. Well, we talked about it, but I mean, like, I think it was Kel and Sal who were
Yeah.
the ones who saw that.
No,
Yeah.
I'm
I
going
mean,
to check.
I think you guys told me about it, but I never actually
Yeah.
saw the video.
That's
Well,
true.
you recognize. At any rate, you recognize who she is.
Yes.
Alright.
So at any rate, you recognize who the Raven Queen is.
Hmm.
And then the woman looks at you. The half dragon woman. She looks at you. She puts her fingers to her lips again,
Okay.
and she taps the basin again. And the image doesn't change initially. But as you watch, you can see glowing lines appearing around the Raven Queen. Not puppet strings this time, but glowing chains of light pinning her to her throne. She can't even lift a finger. That's how the chains are bound.
Whoops.
So the Raven Queen can't do anything?
She shakes her head. And then she just points her eyes, and then just points at where the one points at where her eyes would be, and then points straight ahead.
Straight ahead where?
Just nowhere in particular. You think that what she's saying is the Raven Queen can only observe.
Yeah,
Ah.
that makes sense.
Oh. And then yeah, since the Raven Queen is responsible for fate, she can't really do anything because that would be interfering with fate itself. So she has to observe.
The woman nods and pats you on the head.
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah. But then Fylo just looks a bit like there's still one question left though, and he says,
Alright.
"What, who or what will happen or will deal with Sylvana?"
The woman's smile slips, and she taps the basin again. And you see Viral. His face looks gray and drawn, looks like he's sick. His eyes don't have the luster that you saw in them when you saw him in the past. You see him, he's standing on a boat, just arms folded, just staring ahead. And behind him, there's a person, a demonic-looking figure pushing with a long pole, pushing the boat up the river.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait, Viral's still alive.
She shakes her head.
No, this is in the past.
Not
And then
alive.
she taps the basin again. And you see puppet strings not only pop out of Viral, but they're also wrapped around him,
Uh-oh.
almost like mummifying him.
Oh, he's now
Guys-
the Avatar. Shit. No, I'm serious. He's the Avatar of Fate. Right now. No, sorry, bystanders.
The woman hears the observer speak and nods at him.
Don't mind me, just passing through.
Hey, you know what, Sal? You got one. The guy with the popcorn has no idea what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's just focused on the salty goodness.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
He's so good.
Then Fylo's just like, so he's bounded to fix this?
She nods. She nods solemnly.
Ouch.
So if his original death has been is it millennia or 2 millennia? Millennium or 2 millennia?
2 millennia
Wow.
at this
Like
point.
if it's 2 millennia, then assuming that he was alive right after his death, he's been bounded to do this for 2,000 years.
She nods.
Oh.
You
So
can see
Viral
that-
has
Leaking
Viral
out from one
yeah.
bandage is just a single tear.
Yeah.
Viral has to kill Sylvana to stop this, or at least do something.
She nods.
Okay. Is this happening now?
She
Right
shakes
as
her
we
head. She shakes
No.
her head.
How long ago was this?
She smiles and shrugs.
I,
Opens her
I,
mouth
lo-
and plucks her missing tongue.
I love that answer so
Yeah.
much for multiple reasons.
I don't know. No,
In
I
so
think-
many levels, I understand.
And then she keeps just she taps you on the shoulder. She points back at the basin and taps the water again.
Okay.
And the water ripples again. And this time you see Sal and Kelby and Dorovnia and Meepo.
Oh.
They're walking through some like ruined city, like a war zone almost. Like and walking alongside them is this 10-foot tall man made of stone, like with this heavily chiseled muscles. He's shirtless and he's clearly trying to put the moves on Dorovnia, who's having none of it.
Amazing.
And like Fylo just smiles and says, "Hey, that's them. I hope they're doing well."
She nods and then she smiles and nods and then she points like down, just general and down in general.
What?
You think that what she's saying is this is happening right now.
Oh, okay. And he kind of smiles. And that's nice. I hope. They seem to be doing well. And he Fylo kind of just like realized something and like looks at her and says, "Do they have any part to what's to what happened to these three?
She shakes her head.
No. Okay. Because that was really complicated.
She smiles sympathetically and nods and then pats you on the head.
All
Oh, I
right.
love this person. She's great.
Mm-hmm.
And then Fylo just thinks again and just really thinks like, why are these dreams coming to him? What does he have to do with this? Like well, all I know is the lady's just gonna give a shrug. Where I know,
Mhm.
so
Yeah. Why don't you ask about something she might not give a shrug to?
This is a good opportunity.
one question that
Yeah.
wait,
She just she spreads her arms invitingly as if to say, "Go ahead, ask me."
okay? I asked.
Are you
why-
single?
Oh, that is
No.
actually a good question.
Please no.
Meepo.
Okay, so
Not Meepo. Fylo, what are you gonna do?
well, first I'm just gonna ask again like this first question. I have a second question, but the first one is
Okay.
what? I assume that I have to think about this because these dreams are shown to me for a reason.
She thinks for a moment, and then she points to you and shakes her head.
Not
Then she
me.
taps, and then she taps the water again, and you see Crescent outside throwing rocks off the edge of the castle.
Oh shit.
Yep. Mhm.
Chris has something to do with this.
She points to Chris and nods.
So okay. So she's gonna be caught up with whatever's happening with these three. Okay.
She nods.
Will I be able to help her?
She looks like she's about to give a response, and then you see her start to contemplate. She doesn't know what the answer is.
Okay.
And then she looks at you. She has this expression on her face that makes her that you think that she's wishing she could speak to you. And then she taps the water again. The ripples spread across, and this time you see your home, your hometown. Sun's going down. It's peaceful. It's kind of like when you left it.
Fylo doesn't have an immediately positive reaction to his hometown. He looks at it with indifference for a bit, but eventually a smile comes to his face. But it's more of a solemn smile. But then he just ponders again and looks to the lady. Why did you show me my hometown?
She taps the water, but this time there's no ripple that spreads across it. It zooms in kind of on the forest that surrounds the town. The forest, you remember, it was a very light place, very gay and happy. I mean, even when there's a storm, there's always a sense of optimism in that forest.
Yeah.
But this time when it zooms in, you can see the interior of the forest more clearly. It's much more menacing. Trees are bent over like they're in pain. The bushes seem more like the claws of the dead reaching out, trying to grab you and drag you down.
What?
There's two children who are walking home after going out to gather mushrooms. You've done that in the past. It's nothing unusual. So they're obviously not at ease, but they're heading the right way home to get home.
Okay.
But there's an eruption of shadow, right behind them. They turn to face it. You can't hear any sound. There's an eruption of shadow, and stepping out of this eruption is a woman in half plate. And both her arms, has a mask, a skull-faced helmet with a mask over her face. You can't see what she looks like. In her arms, she's cradling an arbalest, a crossbow as big as a human. And at her side, she has what is either ammunition for the arbalest or very short javelins.
Okay.
Yeah, the kids take one look at that. One of the kids she's unfortunately frozen, but her brother is much more quick on the uptake. He grabs his sister's hand and he tries to drag her along. They get about 2 steps before the woman levels the arbalest and fires it. The bullet passes right through them and goes into they're not even there. It buries itself deep into the tree. The woman doesn't even seem to care. She just walks forward, kind of just carelessly tramples their bodies into the ground. Behind her, the well of shadow keeps going, and out of it marches rank after rank of soldiers in heavy plate armor. All of them with the same skull-faced helmets. The armor, you can't tell what species or what gender they are. The armor is clearly designed to remove any and all individuality from them. But they all have the same symbol on their shields, and the woman has the same symbol on her right pauldron. It's a black and yellow striped symbol with a gray skull superimposed over top.
Would I know what this symbol is?
You do not, but I'm pretty sure that Sal and Kelby would. All you know, these are not nice people.
Yeah, I look towards the lady. Is this happening now?
She has a very somber expression as she nods. But then she points at the image and points to you. Points back at the image and then draws her finger across her throat.
Uh-oh.
If I go there, I die.
She nods solemnly.
If I go there, just to save as much people as I can and leave, will I still die?
She nods.
Okay. Can you? Is it possible that you can bring me to my village?
Fuck!
I can't let this down.
She thinks for a moment and then shakes her head. But then she taps the water, and you see a circle of toadstools in the Feywild, in the mirror, in the basin. And then she points to that.
It's a portal.
Okay. Can you bring me back to my daughter?
She tilts her head to one side, as if to ask, "Is that your final question?"
That's hard because I don't know if there's any other questions I should ask.
It's all good. Kel is gonna have a panic attack pretty soon, but that's okay.
Well, not if he doesn't know anything.
Well,
Because at
he
the
doesn't
moment
know.
we don't know.
I mean, we don't know, but boy, is it gonna be interesting when we do find out.
Oh, yes.
Oh, man.
So, is that your final question, Fylo?
No, I have one last question before I leave.
Yep.
If I do really die, will I see her again?
She nods.
Fylo has a scary smile on his face, hearing that his death will bring him. Well, that he's fine with that. He smiles and, alright. I can't get out of Summer's End. I ask you that.
She picks you up and she sticks you in the bath.
Okay.
It turns out and then you just sink right in there. Even though it's supposed to be very shallow, you sink like a stone,
Whoa.
and then you come splashing out of it on a almost on like a tidal wave of water out of the main gates of Summer's End, and you crash right into Chrysanth, who's about to toss another rock off the edge.
Ah,
Son of a father! What are you doing here? Why are you wet? What's with the water?
why- okay, so
Why is there
Fylo just
water?
long story. Okay, Chris, I need you to do something for me.
Sure. What?
Oh wait, I didn't. Okay, now I realize the stupid question that I forgot to ask. I forgot to ask where Salin.
It's fine. You're not gonna see him pretty soon if you go under that toadstool.
Or at all. Just don't do it.
Yeah, she takes a peek up there and says, "Yeah, good thing you didn't knock me over. There's nothing below us but that clearing with the toadstools in it."
Yeah, wait, Chris, do you have any? You were able to find me. Would you be able to find my friends? Like when we first met, you knew where I was gonna go.
Yeah, she says, "Well, I really didn't have any control over that, but I might be able to." Why?
Good.
What's wrong?
I need you to find Sal and Kelby. One is a water genocide. The other is. Are you a half elf? Yeah.
Yes,
So I was right.
half-elf.
Half elf.
Yeah.
A paladin of the Raven
Raven
Queen.
Queen.
The other
Yeah.
is a monk. They're currently accompanied by two other figures. One 10-foot genocide made of stone. The other is a cleric, if I think. I don't know where they are, but if you find them, and I need you to find them, I need their help.
His boy Meepo. How could you
No!
possibly forget Meepo, Fylo?
I'm sorry.
You know what? You know what it was in the scry. Like Meepo was too short, so he wasn't in the shot.
Yeah, it was blocked. Oh, and then but before Fylo continues, like, yeah, and a kobold named Meepo. Anyway, I need you to find them and tell them that an army of basically, I describe it the flag, basically the one with stripes and skulls. They are attacking our home village, my hometown. I'll do my best to delay them and save who's there, and I need them to help me.
She nods.
Okay, and then Fylo smiles and says, "I'll see you there." And he leaves. And not to see you.
What are you doing?
See you next time, and then
Yeah, she tries to grab you.
and I wild shape into a bird and go quickly.
All right. And that is where Fylo's story will leave off for the moment.
With a trail of of his daughter saying
Holy
no.
shit. Oh God.
Let's get it, my dudes.
That's
I'm
how
gonna
you
die.
do a prologue.
I'm so interested in what's going to happen. Oh man.
All right, hang on.
Wow.
I guess there's a reason why Team A is not in this session.
Yeah, you should be happy. They'd be freaking out right now if they knew what happened with what's going to happen with him.
Oh, I know exactly what Kel's gonna do. I know exactly when.
Freak out.
As soon as he finds out.
Well, we're gonna see. It all depends on when people meet up and what information gets given to the right people.
Yeah.
That's true.
That is true.
Yeah. Alrighty. I need to. Alright, Savannah.
Sylvana.
I need you to give me the name of a city. Just a name.
Just the name?
Just the name.
On the top of my mind, just Baldur's Gate. Sorry, I was looking at the PDF.
A name that hasn't already been taken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just think of a name of a city. You get to create one.
Oh, okay. Let me do this real quick. Just give me a sec.
Go right ahead.
Hold on, just real quick. I was looking at.
No, go ahead. I put you on the spot there.
Yeah. Hold
It's
on,
all
hold
good.
on. I have the city. The name, come on. I have it right here.
Pulls up city generator. Quickly just clicks generators.
Mash! Just mash!
Just
mash!
mash.
Hey, guess what? That's how I got most of the
Yeah.
names for my campaign. I just said, fuck it.
Hold on. Oh, Lux. The city of undying light. That was from my last campaign. So, yeah.
Lux. Yeah,
The
Lux.
city of undying light. That's actually a good one. That's
Yeah,
a
I
good
like
one.
that.
Except it's not in this world. Lux is not the city of undying light.
All right. Lux.
It is. Thank you. It is the city of enlightenment.
Ooh, nice. That's even better.
Yes.
Now, what I'm going to do, the light that the name refers to, is the light of knowledge. So I'm going to play this. Lux is it's a city of magic. It's a city of wizards. It's a city where everyone is so jaded and so decadent that they will use wish instead of walking 2 steps.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
Like,
not that
as in
not to
instead
that
of-
extreme, but
as
my
in,
last
like-
campaign it was a city for a flying city of wizards and stuff. So
Yeah, this isn't a flying city. It's built on the seashore.
okay.
But Lux, like I said, it is so decadent. Like instead of like, oh, I need to get up and go and I want to get up and go sit on that chair over there, but it's 2 steps away. I cast Wish, so I'm now sitting on that stair.
Amazing.
Nice.
Like it is that decadent, that spoiled rotten.
Mm-hmm.
And they are so intelligent, so magically advanced that they have mathematically, magically, and horticulturally proven that gods and the afterlife do not exist. So there's a sense of eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die. This willful ignorance actually leads to its own unique sort of hell system. They're forced to spend their time in the presence of entities whose existence they refuse to acknowledge.
Interesting.
Upon death.
Interesting.
Sylvana is here. She has also brought her bodyguard, Malvis, and the ever incorrigible Skeksis along with her.
Yep.
She's here partly because Skeksis wanted to do some shopping and he needs supervision.
Mm-hmm. Well, and
Second-
also he's been performing rather well, not doing
Yeah,
any
he's
stuff.
been a good boy. Yeah, no
Yes.
stuff that you don't know of. He's been a good boy. So he's getting some time out of his room.
Yep.
The second reason you're here is because you heard there's a powerful artifact on the auction block. And you're here to claim it. The Nagpa, under Skeksis' direction, have whipped up a special bag for you. All you have to do is declare a certain amount of money, and that bag will be full of that amount of money. Except the coins, while they will hold up to magical scrutiny, they will fade away over time, after about 24 hours. So basically, you're going to be giving them vanishing money in return for, hopefully, a very real artifact.
Does Sylvana know that?
She knows.
Okay.
She knows. Skeksis thought it was a hilarious joke.
It's very Harry Potter, but It's okay.
Yeah, and while you were waiting, you have accompanied sketches on his shopping trip. His stuff has not, really been that offensive. An herb here, a few herbs here, a couple of arcane devices there. The one thing that actually made you concerned was when he actually bought a quasi-demon from a merchant. And then he took it into a back alley, proceeded to stake it down by its limbs, and vivisected it, and extracted its ichor into vials.
Oh, yeah, you know what? Hey.
Well, whatever tickles his fancy, and he's not doing any harm.
Not doing any real harm. The demon will just die and go back to the abyss.
Yeah.
When you asked out of curiosity, he said that demon ichor can be used for a variety of things.
Oh, so I've heard. Interesting.
Yeah, so you'll have to keep an eye on that, though.
It's fine. He's doing well.
It's fine.
He's been acting like a good boy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's why he's allowed out of the box today.
Yep. Let's go shopping.
At any rate, at this point, you are in the auction house. You were watching various items being auctioned off. The items initially were absolute jokes. Like a mirror that will make you beautiful as long as you stare into it, but the mirror only works in complete darkness. Like I said, complete jokes. You were initially frustrated. You were just about to leave before they brought in a rock demon in a cage to auction that off.
Interesting.
And you recognize the monster as the very real deal. The citizens, however, were not impressed. They said, yeah, I've seen better animatronics. They couldn't even be bothered to paint the feathers the correct color. And then look at that beak. It's so obviously artificial. I'll pay 500 gold for that. I'll pay 600. I'll pay 601 copper. I'll pay 605 coppers.
I just quietly sit there. I need some kind of amusement. Research can't be dry, so yeah.
Yes, this is, things get, they start auctioning off ever more valuable items and creatures. Until you see them giving away an entire, collection, 20 Vorpal swords.
Jesus.
I mean, you're manufacturing these things like they're going out of style, so you don't really need them. But it's absolutely hilarious to watch them. To watch the people just critique it. Yeah, look at that. It's not even. They can't even. They didn't even bother to sharpen them. And what's with those gems? They don't match. It's a complete set. I've seen my underwear is more complete than this set.
Yeah.
500 gold for the whole set, and that includes the sand that they're on.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like the box. What is it? It's like it's not in its original plastic case, so it's basically worthless.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh god.
And then finally, the auctioneer says, "And now, the crown jewel of our collection, the item you're all here to see, the artifact, supposedly of the gods. The ones we disprove, whose existence we've disproven many times over. This artifact, very real and for sale right now." The cheesy trumpets start playing the and two attendants deal out a card with the artifact on it, and you immediately hear the jaded focus just that? They expect us to pay for that thing? Look at that! They couldn't be bothered to paint the whole stone. And what's up with that silvery sheen? It looks like it's made of aluminum foil.
Can I? Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. Just asking as a player to DM. So, can I do anything to see if that's an actual artifact or just another?
You don't need to do anything. You can sense the power from that thing. It's very real.
Oh, okay. Cool.
What does it look like?
It's inside a box. They haven't revealed it, right?
Yeah, it's not inside of a box. It's on a wheeled pedestal. Not a wheeled pedestal, more like a cart that they've pulled in, and everyone's critiquing it. They're just finally someone says, "I'll give you a whole copper piece for that thing. I'll give you 2. I'll give you 15 gold." Fuck you for raising the price, you bastard. That's too much money. You got too much money to spend. Well, I'll pay 16 gold and 1 copper. Well, I'll pay 50 gold. And so the bidding war begins. Now, Justin, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, good. Because Argent and Anderson, 5 minutes ago, have arrived in the city of Lux.
Oh God, here we go.
You are under orders from Bahamut himself to retrieve that artifact that's on the auction block.
By
Since
force?
it technically belongs to Bahamut, you're not stealing. You're just reclaiming property that was stolen.
By force?
That's true.
If necessary.
I have a question. So does Alexander know that Sylvana is in the city, or is he just doing this mission for Bahamut?
He's doing this mission for Bahamut. He does nobody. Sylvana's kept her presence on the down low.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Nobody knows that she's in here. The only thing you actually do know, that both of you know, that I forgot to mention at the beginning, is that the city is actually under siege by orcs.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
A city group of powerful archmages who use Wish to sit on a chair are under siege by orcs? That sounds unbelievable.
I mean like it is surrounded horizon to horizon by orcs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like you could be the most powerful wizard, but like
orcs got an orc.
10,000 orcs. Orcs got an orc.
Every meteor swarm in the city isn't going to put a dent in this horde, in the numbers of this horde.
Yeah.
And currently, the mage knights who are fighting, mage knights are at the walls trying to keep them out, which is why Anderson and Argent have not been stopped.
Oh, okay.
Argent was in his human form, so he doesn't, cause a panic.
All right. I'm just walking with Argent. I'm walking with Argent into the city.
Yeah. Yeah, if Argent was in his dragon form, they would likely pin him down like a butterfly and start carving him up for parts.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yep. Instead of panic, people will be like, "Oh, I need this part of the dragon."
Yeah, I need its bile. Yeah. I need its blood. I need its heart. I need its marrow.
Yeah.
I want that. Well, I need its retinal nerve.
I need its.
And I'm walking with Argent in the city, and I'm just like.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say you're walking down a back alley. You're going to go into the back of the auction house and try to get it quietly, without making a fuss.
Okay. I just look at Argent and I go, "Are you okay, Argent?"
Well, I haven't been here before, and the general aura around here is quite unsettling, at least.
Yeah. Yes, I really don't like this place at all. The sooner that we can get this mission from Bahamut done, the better. I feel that we're close to finding something about Sylvana. We just have to keep looking. So if we get this done, we'll be able to continue our search.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope they're enlightened enough not to fight us. Or rather, not escalate this.
I hope so too. But be ready.
Alrighty. When you reach the back of the auction house, the door you're greeted by a sight you never expected to see. At the door is a tiny golden elephant. It's flapping its ears like wings to hover in the air. It's wrapped this little trunk around the handle. It's trying to pull the door open.
So cute.
I will show you a picture now.
All right, this place isn't all bad.
This is what it looks like.
I want to see where is it? Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, it's trying to pull it open, and it can't get the door open, so it just lets go of the door.
Dumbo, is that you?
Flapping there,
You're so
just
cute.
looking. That's tiny. It's like the size of a. It's about 1.5 times the size of a chihuahua. If that helps.
Okay.
It's like a big, almost like a stuffed animal that you could cuddle.
Yeah. I mean, St. Anderson is not one for cuddling, but
No, of course he's not.
he and this is the front entrance or
Back entrance.
back entrance.
Yeah.
I guess I'll see if we can maybe sneak in ? Without being noticed.
All right. Yeah. As you walk up to it, the little flying creature just turns to you, and it blows its little horn at you. It blows its nose at you, like.
Riveting.
Yeah.
Alexander just gives it the most. Like,
Open the door again.
Let me-
The door tries to open
let-
again. But
I just-
see this time.
Can I make an insight check on this elephant?
Go right ahead.
Okay. 22.
It's trying to get you to help it open the door.
Okay.
Interesting.
Argent, watch this thing. And I will open the door and
Well, the
watch
first thing you do when you open the door is you realize the elephant has been doing it wrong. It should be pushing instead of pulling.
Oh. I also make that same. I pull as well. I make the same mistake.
So you
and then I will
didn't
push
get it open. That's it.
I will push it. Yeah.
Yeah, he got it open. It's just the thing is he realized that he could have torn the door off its hinges if he wanted. He just didn't want to make a fuss.
Yeah.
Right. What do I see inside?
It's just it looks like almost like a storage room. It's got boxes and crates that are labeled like artifact taken from such and such a place, or ruin of Silverthorn stored in this box here.
I will just say, Argent, let's just quickly investigate, figure out where this thing is. You take the left side, I'll take the right.
The elephant just flies in straight ahead.
All right.
Anderson
It seems
is
to know where
going-
it's going.
Yeah.
Alright,
Anderson doesn't know what it's doing, but he's looking at it.
Well, you can make an Arcana check if you like. See
Sure.
what it is.
Nope. It's a natural one. No clue.
It's a magical
I
elephant.
roll Arcana.
Well,
You know, Argent, save me.
you know,
Save me, Argent.
You can try. Okay. You both know what it is. You've seen it before. Argent's probably read about it, but Alexander has seen it before. They're native to Mount Celestia. They're called holy fonts. Many Celestials actually like to take them as pets, friends, and companions.
Ooh.
Argent, however, knows that holy fonts are actually they're very nice creatures. They don't have a mean bone in their body.
Mm-hmm.
Let me find my lore here, my elephant lore here.
Yep.
These are awesome.
Yeah. Yes, like bear lore. A cave bear is a bear that lives in a cave. 25 nature check to know that. I shit you not, that was in 4th edition.
Oh my god.
That's so stupid.
I shit.
I believe it. With everything I've heard about 4th edition, I believe it. 1000%. Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's just,
It's just like every time somebody brings up 4th edition, I just Oh
DC
god.
30 check.
DC 30.
DC 30 check about humans. Holy galloping fuck, they live in cities. I'm sorry, but sorry. Back to the flying golden elephant.
Oh my god.
Well,
That's beautiful.
the holy fonts actually they would find something like that amusing. They're but
They're not. Alexander knows what they are, but
Yeah.
Arjun is the one who knows that they are not malicious or evil. They're so.
Yeah, they wouldn't be on Celestia if they were malicious or evil, but
Right, obviously, yeah.
But Argent knows that they can create a barrier around them, an invisible barrier that lets anybody inside of this barrier, makes them immune to any spell cast outside of it. Of a certain strength level.
That's awesome. Okay, that's cool.
Second, the sound that it was making with its nose, it doesn't always do that. It does that when it's trying to be gentle.
Yeah.
Its actual trumpet can damage creatures or heal them. It also has some powerful innate spellcasting, and it can transform, if it gets really angry, into a gigantic golden mammoth.
Nice.
Some Celestials like to use that as use the giant mammoth form as a mount, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
like, instead of a horse.
Nice.
That's
Finally, Argent knows that they speak Celestial and they have telepathy.
Ooh.
ooh.
So he's been playing dumb. It's been playing dumb. That is so.
Let's kind of look at him, but do we find our artifact in the room?
You do not. Actually,
think
you do. You take a little look. You take some looks at it. You look around. It takes you a minute or two, but you find the artifact. You see that the elephant is trying to take the artifact, and there's a attendant with a broom who's hitting. It's like, hey, stop it! Go away! It's not yours. Stop.
How weak does this part-time employee look like?
You could probably just like a casual. What is a casual slap to St. Andrews? You could probably take his head off.
I'm gonna do a very light tap on the forehead to knock him out without killing
Just
him.
a pinky poke.
Stop it! You tap him, and he just goes flying head over heels.
He's dead.
Yeah. Argent kind of
He's
just like.
conscious. He's like, great. I'm gonna lose my job. What's a lot, man?
I'm just like ignoring him, just going.
Yeah, you see the Holy Fount is trying to move the artifact.
All right, I want to know what this artifact is.
It looks like a sword stuck in it looks like a celestial sword stuck in what you swear is a scab.
Huh?
Like a gigantic clotted scab.
What?
Like what you get after you skin your knee, you know?
Huh? Yeah.
Oh. Dang.
I was trying to pull the sword out.
That is so weird.
Do I know what the scab is? Does it look like something like maybe I've heard about or read about?
It looks like a scab, like somebody peeled off a gigantic fucking scab.
Okay. I understand that, but does Alexander in his infinite knowledge, because he's so smirched, does he think that this giant freaking this scab is probably from a creature of some sorts, I'm assuming.
Make a Arcana check.
Okay.
I was laughing hard.
It's a giant fucking
I was laughing so hard.
23.
Oh my god.
It's pretty good.
It's a weird reality. It's scab.
It's to reference Critical Role, it's a fucking chair. What do you think it is?
It's the Dread Gazebo. But in all seriousness, it looks like you've heard of it. There may be some creatures big enough to create a scab like this, but there are also some magical effects, particularly in evil areas like the Abyss, where if you cut, for example, the ground will actually bleed and scab over.
Oh, interesting.
This effect is more likely to happen with a celestial weapon.
All right. Well, having a better idea of what that is, Alexander, he just wants to finish this mission, so he'll just, all right, let's take this and get out of here.
As you reach out for it, the cart is jerked away from you, just like completely coincidentally, as a wizard uses telekinesis to call the cart towards him.
Gotcha.
Dragging the Holy Fount is just like spinning in the air.
Yeah, Arjun just looks very like, wow, like he just looks so deadpan. It's like, yeah, it's never that easy, huh?
And then the Holy Font telepathically contacts Anderson and says, "Help me, please," and goes flapping after it. The card is given to two attendants who push it out, and then the wizard notices you guys are there for the first time. He says, "Hey, no, you guys out! You want this stuff? You show up, you auction for it like a normal person. You hear me?"
Where's the wizard?
He's right in front of you. He's talking to you.
Whoopsie.
Yeah.
Mistake.
Alexander's going to sigh, and he's going to take the blunt end of his Holy Avenger as he summons it, and douche.
All right, make an attack roll.
I was imagining Alexander just used the sword to slap.
That's a hit.
24.
All right, yeah. So you just like you hit him. He's just what the fuck, man? Come on! All right, you know what? You want to play? He casts Wall of Force. You want to play? All right, what's the second attack do?
It's 33. Let's see how much damage it does. 23 and 32.
Let me have that shit up there. Hang on. Plus. Okay, yeah. He's about to cast Wall of Force, and you.
You want to play?
He's his hand gives you a face of, "Fuck you, man. Fuck you."
Yeah, and Arjun nonchalantly like just jogs to the cart and like
sits on it.
The artifact.
No, I'm imagining Arjun just sits on it, just hold it still.
Well, the card I'm assuming is out, right? It hasn't.
The card
It's
is out
in front.
You can hear people auctioning for it right now.
Oh god damn it!
I know, of course. Give me 1 second. I gotta go get my player's handbook since I've got all those paladin spells. 1 second.
Got it. The Holy Font telepathically contacts you and says, "Can you help me, please?
Please, pretty please.
I need to get that sword. I don't know why, but I know I need to get it."
We'll get it. We'll get it. Just wait for Saint Anderson to help us.
Wait for Saint Anderson to pull out his handbook and figure out what spells he has.
Yeah.
Oh god, what did I miss?
Nothing.
You missed me making joke that Anderson has to pull out his user's manual,
Yeah.
his own user's manual, and look at it.
Yeah, hold on a second. Gotta open up the wiki.
Yeah.
That's what you get when you don't study hard in school, kids.
I just have a question. So, are we like in a backstage of like a theater? Like, there's a curtain?
Basically.
Yeah, basically. The sword is right now on stage. And the Holy Font just completely mindless of decorum just goes out, wraps his trunk around the sword, starts pulling it on. Savannah sees this little furry elephant fly out trying to pull the sword out of the scab.
Yeah, Arjun's like...
How big is the stage? How big is the stage?
You can see it, but you can still see the Holy Font.
No, but I mean, how big is the? Because I'm assuming it's a stage, and then there's a back. There's a back door.
Yeah, the stage across the visible part, the part visible to the audience, is about 30 feet in length and 15 feet in width.
No, it's
I've got plenty. I've got
small.
plenty of room then.
Yeah.
So I am going to just bust out. Actually, no. I'm gonna peek my head out. Hopefully, I won't get seen right away through the curtain.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna cast Blade Barrier, and I'm gonna cover the entire stage to make it just like a wall of whirling razor sharp blades made of magical energy.
Oh,
the wall within range.
The announcer.
Oh my god. You know what? At the same time, Savannah was just talking to Skexes. You know, just saying, I want that Holy Fan. And when she finished the word,
the blade barrier appears and says,
Yeah, what? And then I am just gonna make a mad dash for the sword. Now that the wall is up.
Now that the wall is up, and everyone. Meanwhile, the audience is unimpressed. You hear someone say, "Yeah, look at that! You think you can fool us with a cheap ass illusion like that? I'll pay 700 gold, and that includes the guy who's making that illusion."
Illusion. Illusion.
Illusion.
And that's it,
You know what? You know what? I felt a little bad, but no, these people deserve to fucking die.
One guy in the front's like, yeah, you know what? This is a pretty realistic illusion, but I've tasted blood more real than this. I'll pay 800 gold.
Yeah, Argent kind of just goes like through the back and secures like a route for Alexander to run through, and we're gonna get out of here.
All right.
Silvana, what do you do?
Sorry,
You
DM.
Alexander.
Sorry, DM. As player, just asking for Silvana, how badly does she need this? Just like, want
This is more like a...
Bonus?
First, this is a very powerful celestial artifact.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how badly does she
I'd
think?
probably say like a 6 or a 7, because even if you can't use it, you can probably use it as a template to create your own weapons like it.
Okay, got it.
It's more like it's like a case of reverse engineering,
But I do see Alexander shows up, right?
Yeah, you see Alexander dart out onto the stage after the blade barrier pops up.
And I don't see you.
Yeah, it's a big
I don't see
crowd. You don't see me, and I got
Yeah.
covered pretty well, so no idea. I look at the weapon, the artifact. I look at Skex's.
Yeah.
I'll say, would you be a dear and help me get that without blowing my
Of course,
cover?
my lady.
Yeah.
Of course, my lady.
You've been
And
acting
he's
well,
going
so yeah, you got the
he
free passage.
casts. He casts telekinesis,
Nice.
and Alexander, as you pick the sword up, scab and all, you feel like it's getting tugged on the other end, like someone's pulling on it. Some invisible force is pulling on it.
Okay, well, the moment that I feel something pulling on it, I'm going to Dimension Door.
Counterspell.
Can you see me?
I can fucking see you. You're on the stage.
Yes, you can. You're on the stage.
I made the wall. I made the wall so that I
You
specifically
can
couldn't
see through the
see.
gaps.
The
yeah,
barrier
I
is
guess-
just illusionary
yeah.
blades.
Yeah. No. No, you're right. I thought the wall was a little bit more
Argent
opaque.
pulls on the rope that covers the curtains.
Curtain down on top of like the scab.
Curtain's
is sticking
gone.
out. The scab is sticking out.
It's like, okay, the auction is over, folks, and I put down the curtain.
Hello, up yours.
So I'm assuming I got counterspelled, so Dimension Door doesn't work. Okay.
Yes. As you're trying to figure out what to do next, the curtain actually goes up in flame and just burns itself up in an instant.
Oh,
And
come on.
you hear someone say, "I will be taken by Sarge now." And you see Zariel walking down the line.
Wait,
the aisle.
what? I thought it was dead.
Yeah, I turn around and I go, oh,
She's
you
she's in the. You don't need to turn around. She is walking down the aisle in front of the audience. She's human sized, but it is very clearly her.
Oh.
You can hear someone say, "Look at that! That is the worst outfit I've ever seen. The feathers
Oh, no.
The wings aren't attached correctly, and the makeup is running. I'll pay 50 gold for it all, and that includes the cosplayer."
Did the guy burns in flame? It's Zariel. Oh my god.
No, Zariel just looks at him, and he just starts melting from the inside out.
Yeah,
that's pretty accurate. Yeah.
I want my bids at 75.
He's still bidding. Oh my god.
Yeah, everyone else is just like, yeah, I've done that in my sleep. Seen it a million times. I'll pay 100 for that.
So
Zariel's
my
just ignoring them.
my question is, so I see her
Yeah.
and it's like, this is all theater of the mind. My blade barrier is still up, so I'm still behind it.
Correct.
All right, and I'm getting the sword is being pulled.
Yep.
Correct.
Do I feel like there's magic around the sword, like that's specifically pulling it?
There is magic around the sword, but that is not what's pulling it. You think someone's using a telekinesis spell.
Right, so I couldn't dispel magic, and that couldn't like counteract that.
No, you couldn't even dispel the magic around this if you wanted to. Meanwhile,
All right,
Zariel sees you and she says, "Oh, Anderson, what are you doing here?"
Oh, she knows you. Old flames.
Old
Flame,
flame.
yes. Old
And,
flames die hard.
I just
"Oh,
look at-
that's still my sword. regardless of what you're doing here, that is still my sword. I'll be taking it back now.
This is not your
Oh,
sword. It
shit.
is property of Bahamut.
Okay.
And I will
Actually, Anderson, taking another look at it,
That
it
is
her
her
sword.
sword.
Back when she was an
Oh, it
archangel.
is her sword? Yeah.
It's from when she was an archangel, yes.
I knew it. It's
So
the
I'll be
sword
taking
of
the sword.
Zariel.
Okay,
I'll be
you
taking
know,
the sword,
Argent.
Anderson.
Before we're gonna get a monologue going on between these two, Argent's gonna step in, and
Got obliterated
So,
by
can
Zariel with
can
one look.
can I tell that? Yeah, telekinesis being used on the sword.
You can tell some kind of magic is being used to try to draw the sword away from Anderson, yes.
And can I assume that when you use telekinesis, you must be within the area and you must see the person?
Do you know
This is an
the
audience
spell?
of
I've seen that
wizards, so yes, you don't know, but you don't know who's casting it. This is a literal audience of wizards.
And good, because I have a thing called breath weapon. So
Oh, God.
Oh boy.
You're gonna just light up the whole crowd?
You're just gonna murder
I-
everyone in their seats.
Yeah.
I'm gonna aim it in such a way that the fire kind of just like goes like,
The cold, you're a
Not
silver
like-
dragon.
Yeah, it's the cold. Your silver dragon.
yeah, oh well, not well, cold fire. Well, you know it's fire, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Zara
I know what
goes
you mean.
to look, and she sees you, Argent. She says, "Oh my goodness, is that Argent? Couldn't you have chosen a better form for yourself? Look at you, lads. Like, you look so common. You're a dragon, for fuck's sake. You need to look better than that." But that's not beside the point. Anderson, my sword, please.
To the DM, I cast etherealness on myself, and I
Okay.
just quietly walk towards the sword.
Alrighty. Anderson, my sword. Pretty please.
I'm
saying
not
pretty
giving
please.
you. I'm not giving. You could say please all you like, but I'm not giving you this sword. I need
I'm
to.
so glad you think that way. Because here's the thing. Here's the question you should be asking yourself. Why is an archdevil in the natural world? Because the mage captain of the Mage Knights, he had a crisis of faith in his own atheism, and he cut a deal with me, saving his city in return for the souls of himself and every one of his knights. You're in my world now, Anderson. And she spreads her arms, and there's this howling of tornado winds, and the roof of the auction house is torn off. And you can see, instead of the gray, rainy skies that you left, it is the smog-filled red of Avernus.
All right.
Welcome to hell, Alexander Anderson. You're not getting out of here that easily.
Oh, adios, guys. Have fun. And I grab onto the sword, back from etherealness, grab onto the sword,
Yeah.
cast plane shift. Bye.
Cast plane shift, and then it just... It's not working.
I was afraid of that.
Shit.
So holy fuck. This is a lot to happen in the span of 6 seconds.
Yeah, Zariel just she puts her hands over her mouth and mock shocked, and she says, "Oh my goodness, Silvana!"
Oh, you don't see me. I'm covered in hood and everything, so yeah.
Zariel isn't stupid.
I
She says,
know,
she
shit.
knows
I was
you're a
trying
woman,
to cover shit.
but she knows you're a woman. She can tell you're a woman. At any rate, she says, "Anderson, I thought we had something special between us. Just break my heart like that, why don't you?"
Well, first, Alexander sees Sylvana Undershine.
Nope, you don't.
Yes.
I
You see a
don't.
hooded woman.
You see
I
a
see
hooded woman covered heavily. You don't see shit.
Okay. Well, the hooded woman is currently holding on to the sword and trying to
It's an
plane
elf.
shift. It's
It's
an
an
elf.
elf that attempted plane shift.
Yep.
I'm trying to think what he would do because this is a lot to throw. This is a lot to throw at me. I gotta think.
Well,
Then I'll
meanwhile,
do
her
it.
friends-
Argent, wait, can I? Okay.
Yeah,
Seeing
just
the
her
old woman.
friends.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, very quick. Just her friends are coming up. This really fat man with an obviously fake nose and mustache is hobbling up the stairs next to her, and following close behind him is a Death Knight in Baroque armor.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Who puts himself, who's not sure who to put himself between. Whether he should put himself between Sylvana and Anderson, or Sylvana and Zariel. Why if he chooses Zariel to put himself between Sylvana and Zariel?
Okay, Origin, just seeing all of this, is gonna run towards this hooded woman and attack her with his claws.
Alright, so he's just gonna transform in the middle of the auction house?
Yep.
Well, I don't know. Can I be like... Because I'm not... I know if I transform to an adult silver dragon, I become automatically big. Right?
You do.
As in my human form, do I have any other options that I can use?
You can punch. Same damage with claw attack.
You can punch. You should do it, Arjun. Do it. Give her a good wah.
Punch her in the face.
I'll do it. I mean, I have nothing else to do.
Oh, okay. You can try.
Well, yeah, I can try.
Just make a claw attack. It's gonna just do bludgeoning damage, you know?
Okay, so claw but bludgeoning. Okay. 25.
25? Let me actually check. I don't have Zariel's stats in front of me.
No, not Zario. I'm attacking the hooded woman, which
Yep,
is...
which is me.
Okay,
Fun,
25. Never mind. Does that hit Sylvana?
That's what I'm checking. Ethereal lasts for 8 hours.
You turned your etherealness off.
You turned it
Yeah,
off. You turned
so
it
I'm
off,
not
Steve.
sure.
You're not ethereal.
Yeah.
You turned it off.
That is
tried
true.
to pinch it,
It
and it
hits.
didn't work.
It hits.
Actually, it doesn't do damage, though, because you are immune to non-magical damage.
Yep, that is true.
Oh, what? I'm not magic? What the?
Dragon Punch is
Yeah,
not magical unless you're a monk. That's a whole different story.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
God damn. So all this time, adult silver dragons would be able... Oh, damn. That sucks. But whatever.
So,
It was
yeah.
it was an attempt.
It was
yeah.
an attempt.
Yeah, but the punch knocks the hood off, and you can all see it, Sylvana.
Ah, there we go. That was what I was waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
The
All
little holy font, she just flaps down in front of you and says, "Are you guys wanting to be teleported by me?"
Oh, sure.
Yes. In disbelief,
Yeah,
Alexander is
says-
just like, yes.
I was just gonna say, "Where are you gonna go? You got nowhere to go in this place. This is my world now. You've got nowhere you can go that I can't find you."
I'll take the word
that's
of the
where
golden
you're
elephant
wrong,
over
lady.
you.
That's where you're wrong, lady.
Golden elephant teleports you. Teleports
Yeah.
teleports the whole crew,
Everyone,
You have not-
including them?
Yep.
except for not including Zariel, including Savannah, Malvis, and Skexis as
Yep.
well.
Mhm.
Anderson, Argent, and Little Holy Font are teleported. She cannot teleport you out of Avernus, but she can teleport you somewhere else within it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you've ended up, behind a large crag of basalt rock.
So St. Anderson has been waiting a long time for this moment. I'm assuming in the hellscape that we are in.
Yes.
I am.
I actually
staring
have
down.
something I can do, but that would be a bitch for Alex.
The Holy Font just flies between you and faces Anderson, just flapping his little ears, and holds out his little trunk like a hand. It says, in Celestial, says, "Hi, I'm Lulu."
It's nice to meet you, Lulu. I've already activated my Mage Breaker field at this point, by the way.
Yeah, it's not going to stop Savannah, but it will stop her buddies.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh, wait, are we in a remote area, by the way? Like, I
Yes,
can
we are.
turn
You can
big without...
transform freely.
Yeah, I transform, and then... Yeah, I'm ready if this is gonna be a fight.
And then
Argent's
Lulu
ready.
is just going to flap over to Savannah and say, "Hi, I'm Lulu.
Hey, you want to come with me?
I want the sword."
Oh, I too want the sword.
I need the sword. I don't know why, but I need the sword.
Yeah,
Just-
if you come with me, you can have the sword.
No, I can't go with anyone. I need to get the sword. I just know I do. Not sure why.
Sylvana,
Hmm?
look at me.
Here we go again. By the way, how wide is the Mage Breaker armor's range?
10 feet. It's just an anti-magic field.
Okay,
Yeah,
10 feet?
feet.
Okay.
I'm just looking at you and I'm saying, We need to talk.
About what?
About a Chardalon. About Silverthorn.
It's been dealt with.
About that sword. I need that sword. Give me. Come on.
All right.
Get out.
Here you go.
Just trying to pull the sword out of the scab. It's still not coming out.
Yeah, St. Anderson doesn't even care about the sword anymore. He's just fucking does not
You can see
care.
Lulu is trying to pull it out.
Oh, I pat on Lulu's head while it's doing it.
She is soft and fluffy
Oh, so cute.
and adorable. Absolutely adorable.
Yep.
I can't. Yeah, and as he sees that, Alexander goes, I see. It's been dealt with. Can you care to elaborate on how the thousands upon thousands of lives that were lost in Silverthorn are just solved, Sylvana?
Mistakes been made. The culprit has been dealt with.
Who was the culprit?
Well, like you said, a Chardalon himself.
Chardalon is dead?
Sort
Yes.
of.
At this point.
Yeah, at
he
this
is.
point, yes.
At this point in time, he has died. He has
He's
been
dead.
hunted down by adventurers and killed. But Anderson has
Does? Oh, he doesn't know.
He does not know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known.
Sylvana just says, yes, he's been killed.
And how did this dragon come to be? Where did he come from?
He was born as a dragon.
Skeksis is about to pass a smart remark when Malvis just puts his hand on his mouth.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. It's a good thing he knows how to shut up. St. Anderson is looking very closely at you, Sylvana, and says, there will come a time and we'll have to talk more about this. But this Chardalon problem, this issue, is not over yet.
Enough
But
about
do you-
me. Where my companion said you were seen working with Tiamat. How was that about? If you are
Apparently
pointing
trying-
fingers right now, you stood by the side of your deity's worst enemy. Care to elaborate?
That's a good point. So St. Anderson looks at Sylvana and says, you're a god now, Sylvana, and I'm a demigod. We've lived as long as we have, and things take their toll. And when I lost Silverthorn, and I didn't get any answers, and you didn't contact me, and you wouldn't let me find you, I didn't have any other choices. I was backed into a corner with no way out. Am I proud of working with that conniving, diabolical bitch? No, not for a single second. But it was what I had to do to even get an inkling, a clue as to where you were.
Really? Couldn't you ask for help from your deity? From the very one you sworn your fealty to?
You know that Bahamut could not find you.
Oh,
think I had-
on the
you think I could-
contrary, you think who helped me build my sanctum? It's your very own
First
deity.
one, you're like your 100th iteration at this point.
Yeah, I
Bahamut has
know.
no idea where you went.
Yeah, I know, but he doesn't know that.
So that would be a deception check versus insight.
Sort of.
Yeah, I would. All right, I'm curious because you might actually fool me.
Should we?
That'd
shall
be
we
really
try?
Shall we try? I'm into it. I'm
All
into
right,
it.
Yeah,
let's
try
do it.
Deception.
34.
34. Godly deception.
Oh, Jesus.
Actually,
Okay.
technically, it doesn't work against Anderson because he knows when he hears a lie.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because I've got planetary shit, motherfucker.
That is true. Does that also work on deities, though?
Oh, hell yeah, it
No,
does.
not unless you have something. Not unless you, as a god, have something to counter it.
Yeah, I don't.
Not if you
So
have.
he knows when he hears a lie.
Yeah, that is true.
So Saint Anderson hears that, and he says, "I can tell when you're lying, Sylvana, and I didn't need to become a god to do that. You know, all those years ago, when you decided to do what you did with the vampire god and stay behind, I wanted to intervene. I thought that we could come up with some other solution, something different, something that would allow you to find some sort of better life, a better fate than that. But I didn't. And I let you do what you thought was best, because I felt that you would earn that. And now, Silverthorn lies in ruin, and I still don't even have all the answers. And you talk to me in this way that I was never a friend, that I was never someone that you could rely on, someone you could come to for help. Did all those times that we spent together in Barovia, across the lands, in Silverthorn, did that mean something? Or have you just forgotten about that?
I bear the burden, which I thought was necessary. And I still do. I still believe firmly there was the only option at the time. And I wasn't trying to become a deity at that point. That just happens over time. I now have people that relies on me. Our friendship, it is cherished still today. That is why I avoid contacting you or saving Biro from his timely death of old age. I could have, but I didn't. Not only because the cross I carry is still a threat to the world, but also I wanted to be a guardian for those who cannot have the power to defend themselves. That is why I'm doing this. Mistakes happened? Yes. Do they ruin lives? Yes. Does that cost me a part of my soul? Yes. But I'm done taking blames. I dealt with the problems swiftly and in timely fashion, because that's the only thing I can do. I might have the power to bring some of them back, but it would be wrong. There are certain rules that binds the balance between life and death. And I don't want to disrupt that, because that would mean the disruption of the entire world. But that doesn't necessarily mean I have to give up on what I'm doing. Right now, I've built an army that can help me defend those who can't defend themselves. That can help me squash any imminent threats if I notice them.
You think like a god.
We're in a much bigger and more different game now. If a god means he or she needs to help, he or she needs to sometimes intervene, then yes, that's what I'm doing. I talk to you for old time's sake. Not because I'm feeling like a god, because we were friends, and we still are. But I avoid you just with the same reason. Because I know you wouldn't approve. And I'm done with needing your approval to do things. We walk on separate paths now. You being a saint is remarkable. It's a remarkable deed. But can you save everyone just by yourself? No. That's our differences.
Alexander looks at Sylvana and says, I'll tell you something that I don't think I've ever told anyone. When I was knighted all those years ago into demigodhood, I was happy that I could continue. And then I see a new evil arrive around every corner. And then I see more people every day say that they'll find a way to stop it. And it just never ends. The truth is, Sylvana, I am not like you. I cannot look at people, death, the world as just small, tiny pieces. I feel for people's lives. I feel for what they've lost. I feel for the people that I've lost along the way. And living for eternity like this is taking its toll.
You think I don't feel that? You think I became a god out of what? People, you do know that deities can hear the prayers from their followers, right? I heard every single cry, every single begging. Everyone. Every ounce of their pain, I can feel them. I notice them. I sense them. But I'm not sitting there twiddling my thumbs just because eternity takes its toll. No. I fight. I defy fate to achieve to where I am now today. Not because I want to feel sorry about myself. No. But because I want to fight for them. That's why I took this path. And I'm still feeling like I can make a difference. If the old gods can't help, if they are too busy fighting their own war, then I'll do it. I'll be the one that saves them. I don't want anything in return. I just want them to feel happy again. And I'm definitely not gonna sit there and just say, oh, I'm feeling so tired. The eternity takes its toll. No. Because that's not who I am. And you shouldn't be, because now you are different. We are all different. we can do so much more.
Alexander looks at Sylvana and says, "We are different. We're no longer the Holy Trinity that we once were."
There's no Holy Trinity. There's always just 3 dumb adventurers who doesn't know what they're doing. But that time was fun, and that would be nourished. That would be cherished. Sorry, that would be cherished. But that would also be the foundation what I'm building. And I'm rising.
Alexander stares her one last time.
Detect lies! No, I'm telling the truth.
No, I can tell. But he does say, "Well, there are more fights for me to fight. And I see you want this." I throw this. Well, I don't know who has the sword, but if I do, am I still holding on to it?
Lou is currently holding the sword.
Okay. Okay.
She's not pulling it anymore. She's kind of just sitting on the pommel, just standing in the distance. As you look towards her, she says, "Hi, I didn't want to interrupt, but something's coming this way."
All right, I look towards.
Yep. The direction.
See what's coming towards us.
It looks like a cloud of dust. A big cloud of dust that's getting bigger.
Okay.
Yeah. Cloud of dust.
Well,
Control weather. Wind.
Yeah, I was gonna. Well, it was funny because if it is weather, I can't actually control it.
Yeah, me too.
You don't think it's weather. You think it's something big.
Yeah.
It's what you see coming towards you is a massive hellish vehicle.
Oh, Hellfire machine.
Yeah. Yeah.
In front of it, it doesn't look like a Hellfire machine. The front of it looks like a giant mouth.
Okay.
And the mouth is not gnashing up and down. It's shut. There's 2 ballistae mounted on the sides. And in the back, you can see like a scorpion's tail, a crane with a gigantic wrecking ball hanging from it.
What is that? Does Savannah
The machine
know what
also
that
looks
is?
like it's... Make an Arcana check.
Okay. Arcana. 28.
Ooh, nice.
It's a machine... Well, you've heard of these kinds of machines first. In order to compete with the sheer numbers of the abyss that pour into Avernus, and to make up for the fact that any devil that dies in hell dies forever, devils have taken to building these gigantic war machines of various shapes and sizes. Infernal engines, they're called.
Nice.
This particular engine is called a demon grinder.
Ooh.
It's meant to... It's exactly what the name sounds. It's meant to grind demons into pulp. It also works well on non-demons.
Yeah. Saint Anderson is summoning the sword at the moment and says,
as you pop your sword out, the machine gets closer, you realize that it's actually seen some combat. It's dented, it's got acid damage, it's pitted, it's heavily pitted, and you can actually see there's a body of a bearded devil hanging off the side from where he's been cruelly ripped apart by demon claws.
Can we see who's controlling the grinder?
Yeah, it looks like an angry ice devil. He doesn't seem to notice you.
Oh.
As he's coming closer, Skeksis is going to sidle up to Savannah and say, "My lady, you know in hell that devils can die forever, right?
What you're
They
thinking?
might be able. They might be more willing to make a deal that's more fair to us. I'm not saying we have to promise them souls or anything, but
to do what?
if we can." Says, "Well, I'd rather not walk around Avernus. It's a war zone after all."
That is true. Well, a ride would always be a good option. Oh, by the way, any spells you can get us out of here? I've been trying Word of Recall, but it doesn't seem to work.
He says, Skepsis says, unfortunately, no. Avernus is a prison intended. Hell is a prison intended to hold even gods. Tiamat is stronger than either of us, and she's trapped here.
Which
The only
means
way out is the only way out is with the permission of either Asmodeus or Zariel.
hold on. This is Avernus, right? What I'm seeing.
Correct. Yes.
What would happen if Zariel dies in here?
Then she would likely die forever. That would leave an incredible power vacuum. However, there would
Does
be
that
chaos everywhere.
mean we can get out by then? I think so.
He
right?
thinks for a moment. He thinks for a moment. Says maybe, or it could mean that the doors are locked because there's no one who can use the key.
That is true.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. The giant demon grinder actually alters course slightly. Apparently, the driver notices you, and as he pulls up next to you, the ice devil leans out and says, "Ah, Anderson, what are you doing in my neck of the woods?"
Wait.
Do I recognize this
Do
guy?
everybody in hell knows you? Were you like hell's
You killed him
Broom
in 2
or
days back
something?
at Axome.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You killed him
right.
at Axome. You remember that ice devil you took apart?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
This is him.
Oh, hey,
Hey,
man.
what are you doing down here, man?
I just look at him.
Savannah
like,
doesn't know
after
that.
every-
Savannah
Yeah, I know
knows.
Savannah knows
yeah.
that.
Savannah looks at
so-
Alexander just like. So first,
Yeah, Skexis is going
Zariel.
to say. Yeah, Skexis is going to just say it's probably not best to antagonize him. They may have fought. They may have fought in the past. Just don't try not to antagonize them.
No, I'm not I'm not antagonizing him. I'm just asking. So first Zariel, then this ice devil. Have you been hitting off with hell, especially with Tiamat?
He
That.
killed me. All right. Hey, lady, I'll have you know he actually killed me.
Oh,
on the
disintegrate.
surface- on the material plane. All right. Yeah. And
Oh.
he
Sergeant
knew
just
Zariel.
turns
No, no, no.
Are you
While
serious?
the
Back
ice
to the
devil was
before?
saying something, I just cast disintegrate and shush him.
You cast what now?
Disintegrate and
Disintegrate.
shush the ice devil. Shush. The adults are talking.
Cast the spell. You have to actually cast the spell here.
All right.
Yeah, and I'm gonna join her and just shoot a sling bolt
Just
with a
shush.
natural one. That's about right.
Yeah. No,
75.
you miss. Hang on. What's the? Doesn't he have to make like a save or something?
I believe so. Disintegrate. It's
Dex.
a Dex
It's
save.
Dex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dex save. Just shush. The adults are talking.
The adults are talking.
Hang on.
That is so true.
Oh, that's really funny
got
coming
advantage
from
on this.
Savannah.
He's in the cockpit. He actually has advantage on this because he can just duck down behind the wall. All right, so he's going to make Dex save. All right, what's your DC? Savannah?
Oh, did she die? She's gone. Gone forever.
Charlotte took her. Charlotte took her connection.
Yeah, I'm reconnecting here. Hang on.
No, Strahd is back, guys.
Strahd is back.
You guys hear me?
I want to know what's
Yeah.
Oh,
happening.
there. Now we can.
Okay, sorry. The
Sorry, what's your
cable.
DC?
It's not the connection. Sorry, my cable to my mic is off. It's 23.
23. All right, he makes his save with the 25.
All right, he takes half, I believe.
Yeah, he ducks as he gets clipped by the circle. He's like, "Wow, wow, wow! I give. I already been in a fight. I don't need another one."
Shush. Yeah. Stay there.
I just hear
and
him
shush.
say that, and I just say, if you don't want to die permanently this time, I suggest you leave.
Leave the vehicle behind. We need that.
No, look. Why don't we make a deal? All right, I can drive you. I know hell. All right, I know Avernus. I've been stuck here for a while. All right, I know hell. I can drive you places. I mean, unless you want to walk everywhere.
Skexus, do you know hell? Do you know
I do
Avernus?
not, unfortunately.
Okay.
I do
Unfortunately-
not, unfortunately, I try to avoid this place.
I look at the ice devil and say, looks like you're in luck. Unfortunately, none of us knows Avernus that well, so you can be our guide.
And Argent chimes in like, and not all of us know how to drive it anyway. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Adults are talking. I should be quiet.
Yeah.
No, Argent, your opinion is valid
Yeah,
and
just-
matters.
Don't encourage the boy. He's young. He's got
I'm
so
just
much
giving
more.
like Sylvana like the most deadpan stare.
Oh,
like-
she stares you back, unflinched.
Guys.
God damn it, motherfucker!
Arjun gets on the vehicle and just waits for them to be done talking.
Yeah.
The Ice Devil is going to say, guys, look, all right, if you don't, can we like make like a deal? You know, like just I take you anywhere in return. You guys don't hurt me, and you help me keep the vehicle going. All right, can we just do that? It's just like a very simple deal, please.
Skex, what do you think?
Skex just spins for a moment and says, well, I'd have to read the deal to be sure of it. But if the deal is that simple, that he drives us where we want to go and we don't hurt him in return, and we'll probably have to work to protect the vehicle. But other than that, if that's the extent of the deal, then I don't see any problem with it.
I telepathically tell Skexes, if that's the end of the deal, then we can always hop off and leave. So it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. That's the end of the deal. But like I said, I'd need to read it first.
Yeah, sure. All right, we'll
Alright.
take it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Lulu is hiding on Alexander's back. She peeks over his shoulder, and you hear Lulu telepathically say to you, Anderson, she says, that's not a nice vehicle.
No, Lulu.
Oh, right.
No, it is not. At this point, I simply want to get out of hell. And it seems like
Me
planar
too.
travel is not possible. And honestly, and he kind of, which Savannah doesn't notice this, but he's looking at her. I have more questions I need to ask her about somebody else. So this might be a good opportunity.
How
So
big
just stay with
machine?
me, Lulu. We'll be fine.
Yeah. Lulu is going to hug your shoulder tightly. How big is it?
Yeah, how big is it? Like, can it carry all of us?
It can carry all of you. Like, let me see.
Isn't it supposed to be like a really big, like, super monster truck?
It can hold like 8 medium creatures.
Okay.
Okay.
hang on.
Yeah. Monster truck.
Monster truck.
Yeah, hang on. Let me let's see if I can find a picture of it.
Demon grinder. I'm looking at it right now. It weighs 1 ton, 8 medium creatures. So yeah, the helm can
can
carry
easily hold you.
1 crew. Yeah.
Yeah, it can easily carry all of you.
Okay.
I will just say, come on, Argent. Let's just get on the vehicle.
It's just look before we
I'm
do this,
already
like I
on
said,
Oh yeah, you're already on it. You're waiting for me.
Yeah.
the Ice Devil just says, look, before we do this, can we just please just sign the deal? Just because look, I'll be honest, I really don't trust the crazy lady over there. And he indicates Solana.
The
Yeah, I
feeling's
really
mutual.
don't. Yeah. Right. Look, it's just all right. So, all right, Savannah, you were the one who's had a deal with the devil in the past. I would like you to roll a d6 for me.
The what? Sorry, D6?
Roll a d6, Savannah. 1d6.
All right, 2.
2. A damned wretch. Oh, that's going to be pretty jarring.
But I'm not signing it. Not me. I'm asking Skexus to, do reading
know.
and yeah.
I know he's going to do it, but what happens is a portal. You see this red portal just opens, and the humanoid figure with their eyes and mouths sewn shut, and they're heavily chained, stumbles through.
Oh, I know who this is. Shit. I think.
No, you don't know who this is. This is just some random person. You've never met them before.
Okay. It's not who I think it is. Whew.
Ooh, close call. Oh,
Close one.
Yeah, tattooed onto the poor wretch's back is the contract.
Oh, okay.
And Skeksis just forces the wretch to the ground and just starts reading it.
Oh, that's awesome! Wow, that really is the most Mad Max thing ever.
Yeah, he's reading it. He's like, let's see here. We have, let's see, he takes us where we want to go. That's okay. We can at any point declare the ride is over and step off and never ride it again. That checks out. What's this clause about detours? Oh, that clause, that's actually a very simple one. You see, I don't like this wasteland. I want to go back home to Kenya. All right? But I can't do that until I've killed a certain number of demons. So this clause, the detour clause, basically says that if we come across a pack of demons, I'm just going to make a quick detour and grind them up into paste. You guys can help too if you like. That'll still count towards my total.
Whatever gets us here out faster, the better. Certainly.
All right, excellent. But yeah, if you read the rest of it, it should be good. Skeksis keeps reading through it. Then he pulls out a monocle. He puts the monocle on. And then he presses a hidden switch, making like all these extra little lenses pop out. Yeah. He starts reading between the lines.
Nice.
It's just, yes, you have to do this sometimes. They really like to between the lines crap. Let's see, what do we have here? Heretofore, where was them? Legalese.
The Death Knight of mine. Who was he? Sorry.
Malvis.
Malvis, yeah, sorry. I just talked to Malvis during the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Malvis is just saying that he just doesn't like this. He does not like being in hell.
You've been here?
It's just he holds up his one finger. He says, "But it was not on this layer."
Which layer is it? Which layer was it?
Let me actually look. I don't remember the layers of hell off the top of my head. I try to avoid going to hell.
Yeah. So true.
Don't want to end up there.
Nope.
Fucking hell. Where is it? He says, it was Malbolge. I was good. Malbolge, whatever the place, ruled by that crazy lady. I had a friend of mine made a pact with Glacia, and he tried to go back on it. She captured him, so I went to hell to rescue him. It was not fun.
Certainly sounds dangerous.
Extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Skeksis finishes reading. He puts his monocle away and he says, All right, the too long didn't read of it is this. At any point, we can declare that our ride is over, and we can get off. The contract will be considered fulfilled. Until that time, our friend here will take us wherever we want to go. Anywhere in Avernus. And in return, we do not harm him.
Okay. And that's the end of it.
Aside from the detour to kill demons, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Alexander nods.
So the devil just produces a bottle of ink with a quill in it. And says, "Sign." And he, as a show of good faith, he signs first on the bottom.
Skex, would you do the honor?
Skeksis is the next to sign. He takes it, signs his name with a flourish,
Mm-hmm.
and then Malvis signs his name.
Hand it here.
And he hands it over to you, Anderson.
I sign it.
All right.
Hand it to
And
Argent.
all eyes are on Argent.
Oh, okay. And then he signs it as well.
Yep. And then all eyes are on Sylvana.
You guys can see she's not like the reason why she's waiting. It's not because it's fun, just some baggage.
Yeah.
But
Awful
like,
memories.
yeah,
Yes.
but like in the end, she just snaps her finger and it's signed.
Okay. And when it is signed, let me double check what happens here.
We all die instantly.
No, the wretch just vanishes.
Mm-hmm.
The wretch vanishes, and the devil says, There's this. All right, hop in. Welcome to hell, everyone. Just don't mind the bodies. We do need to take this thing. I do need to take this into the shop first, just so you know. I was a little running with some demons.
That sounds fine with me. We'll have plenty of time to talk. I just slowly turn awkwardly to Savannah.
That's what you think.
I like the idea. I like the idea of this awkward car ride in hell.
Yes.
I really like that idea.
On a Mad Max style vehicle.
On a Mad Max style vehicle.
Yeah. All right, so the devil just says, "Yeah, don't worry. Shouldn't take us more than 5 seconds to reach the shop."
Oh wow, that's fast.
Well, distance is relative in hell.
That's
yeah, makes sense.
So he starts driving, goes around the giant rock spur that you guys were talking to each other behind, and then right on the other side of that is a hill. The hill itself, the base of the hill is surrounded by a scrap iron wall. The scrap iron wall is lined with spikes, and on the spikes are decorated with demon body parts. On top of the hill is a large rock that looks like a fist. And built in between the middle and ring fingers is a large metal door. It's almost like a garage door, you know?
Oh, okay.
It goes up and down. Yeah. The vehicle pulls up, the demon grinder you're in pulls up to the front gates of this fortress. And the Aistel just presses the horn, and it does the La Cucaracha thing.
Of course.
Nice.
Yeah. And then, peering over the top is a curious-looking creature. Here we go. I'll post a picture of what it looks like. It looks freaky. I mean,
I'm basically just petting Lulu.
Yeah, Lulu just gives a squeak
the red
and
cap
hides from this
The mad
monster.
Nice.
It looks like a red cap, except it's
Madcap.
different. Yeah. Savannah's heard of them. They're called madcaps. Red caps are fae that need to dip their hats in fresh blood every 3 days or they die. Madcaps are red caps who do that with demon blood.
Ah, okay. Looks super
So
dope.
the madcaps peer over with their insane eyes, and one of them says, "What's the password?" "You can't come in if we don't get the password."
I just stare at the devil. I'm like,
The ice still says, he just told him, he says, "Yeah, give them a few minutes. Let them have their fun."
It just stares at the ground.
Yeah, the madcap just listens for a minute or two and then says, "How do you know we don't have a password?" "Yeah, fucking open the gates." He's like, "That's the password." Swear, I have no password.
Like the entire time, Alexander's just rubbing his temple, just going, yeah, this really is hell.
The devil just looks at you sympathetically. The devil just looks at you sympathetically. He just says, "Yeah, I know. It's not fun, man."
And,
Like, I mean, it's no, you know, but Mad Maggie is the best repairman in the entirety of hell. So
Mad Maggie? Oh my god.
I really have
yeah,
no choice.
Yeah.
that's fine. If you can get your vehicle repaired, then by all means do so.
Yeah, just give it a few minutes. You're gonna have to just be patient with her, please, because we need her.
Also, I would probably at some point actually. Well, I'm gonna check up on Argent, see how he's doing.
How's Argent doing?
Well, he's just waiting around. But he's just contemplating about that one comment from Zario that he looks way common to other like silver dragons. So he's like,
So Arjun is that
That-
kind of guy. Just like one comment, he's gonna think. For over
Well, you
a
know
few
what?
days.
This is a moment for Alexander to help boost his confidence.
All right, I'm gonna take Lulu from Alexander.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Swoop.
I got this.
Passing the child like a
tightening her little death grip on Alexander's shoulder.
Okay, Lulu, I need you to watch Sylvana and make sure she doesn't get into any trouble.
You
Can
are
you do
so
that?
cute.
Okay.
See, you'll be fine. Pat, you'll be fine. I've
What do you like to
And-
eat?
I don't. I'd like to get back to Alexander now, please.
It's fine. He's in the car. He's not going anywhere. In the meantime, would you like some chocolate? I feed him chocolate. He's so cute.
Outside, as the vehicle tries forward, you hear a voice say, "Hello, welcome to Mad Maggie's Repair Shop, the only repair shop in the Nine Hells where we use genuine demon blood to forge our shit."
I bet you do.
And you see actually a Kenku is running alongside there saying, "Patience is a virtue. You can't keep the boss waiting, you know."
Oh God, the Kenku is just a fucking slogan.
Yeah.
The Kenku just shoots out slogans.
He's
Oh,
a
what
Kenku
horrible-
repeater. Yeah, just like keeps
what a
on
horrible
speaking.
life to live. Oh God.
Yeah. The demon grind, the garage door goes up, and the demon grinder slowly putters in, and finally, and then when the entire thing is inside the garage, the ice devil turns it off, and you feel the whole thing literally just like relax, like it was being strained earlier, and now it could just finally rest.
Right, gotcha. I'm gonna go with my original thing and gonna go talk to Argent for a bit and just say, "Are you doing all right, Argent?"
And the guy just contemplates and says, "All right, okay. You know, Saint Anderson, we've been traveling for quite some time, and I do need to ask some advice, but I don't want you to laugh."
By all means, I am here to help. I'm actually kind of glad that you're asking me for help, unlike somebody else that I know.
Lulu is trying to burrow into Sylvana's hair to hide from her.
Oh, he's so cute. No, Savannah just ignores the conversation. Just keeps
The
on
side
patting
comment.
Lulu.
Don't worry about it.
Interior of the garage. Someone's probably looking at the interior of the garage. There are multiple hellish vehicles that are currently being repaired here. And they're all in various states of repair or disrepair, as the case may be. And more madcaps are swarming around the various vehicles with wrenches, hammers, and other tools to fix these things. There's a little assembly line bringing in scrap metal that's been acquired from across the Nine Hells. So they're not short of materials to repair this stuff.
Yeah, it's a full working workhouse.
It's
now.
a workshop.
Yeah. There is reading almost like a magazine. There's a bearded devil that's sitting on a bench just reading an Infernal magazine. he looks up, he sees you guys there, and he just gives a nod and he goes back to reading.
He's probably looking at
Alright.
Babes of Hell, that sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
probably. So I
Play.
look to Argent and I say, "So what can I help you with then, Argent?"
Do you think that I look well with Zariel? You know, the comment she made still sticks with me. Do I really look that ordinary?
Don't take anything that hellish woman says seriously. You look perfectly fine, Argent.
I mean, I can change my appearance, but I don't know. I have brothers too, and this is how I always was, you know? So, yeah.
I wouldn't worry about that. Like, Argent, you're fine the way you are. And to be honest, I'm glad that you don't present yourself in an opulent fashion or anything like that. I find people who present themselves like that are very dead inside.
I guess. Nah, it's just, I don't know. Like it or not, I do think that comment does have some truth in it, because I actually recognize it.
He kind of tilts his head. Argent, you're not ordinary. There's not many silver dragons that travel with a saint of Bahamut who has now traveled to a circle of hell, traveled to the city of Lux, fought hellish machines, ripped apart ice devils. You're nothing like ordinary.
That is true. I don't know. Maybe I'll change something up about my appearance so I feel better. But then you see Argent kind of looking at Sylvana and the rest of the other crew, and then looks at you. I know it's not really my place, Saint Anderson, but just from your discussion earlier, seems like things are in. What happened?
It's complicated. I've always felt that I could be somebody that Sylvana and Vero Lakewood could rely on. I felt that it was yeah, it's complicated, yeah. I thought that I was somebody that they could rely on, and seeing them make their own decisions without even some bit of counsel, at least for me, it's hard for me. And
I guess I don't know, just from my perspective, I don't think you've done. I think you haven't done anything wrong just from the discussion earlier.
Your discussion is interrupted by a screaming sound. You see Sylvana's Death Knight pick up a madcap by his ass as he's trying to cop a feel on Sylvana. He picks the madcap up, gives him a good crank over his head, and then hurls him against the wall with enough force to splatter it.
Yep. Sylvana is still patting Lulu. It's completely ignoring the environment. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, St. Anderson sees that and he just says, she was right about one thing. I really shouldn't have sided with Tiamat.
I don't think that was something you should regret. In my perspective, yes, it was Tiamat, but you sincerely believed it would get you to where you are at now. Would you have had it any other way, not knowing that you can get here without her?
I honestly don't know.
And sometimes good people, or to do good things, we will have to compromise a bit for it to be accomplished in the first place.
Alexander nods. I learned that lesson a long time ago. I guess I maybe forgot it along the way.
And that's when you hear footsteps over the usual din, and you hear someone say, all right, what do you need, huh?
Oh god, there she is. This is Mad Maggie.
Mad Maggie, yep, this ugly looking hag.
Oh, she's a hag, not a madcap.
Okay.
Interesting.
She's wearing
How the hell did she get here?
a night hag with scraggly brown hair. She is covered in mud, blood, mold, shit, and worse liquids. She's got crooked tombstone teeth, and she's drooling, and she's got the crazy eyes that don't seem to focus on anything in particular, just rolling independently.
That just roll around.
Yeah, but that doesn't seem to impede her ability to move or to smack the occasional madcap that gets in her way.
Right, yeah.
Shuffling behind her is a hulking monster, like a flesh golem, but one made out of demon, devil, and Yugoloth parts.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's not walking normally, it's limping and hopping. It's walking with a limping hop. And behind it, you can see like a couple of madcaps doing an insulting dance that mimics the golem's limp.
Oh god.
Yeah, and Mad Maggie, the night hag, she says, "All right, yeah. You need to ship a pin. Yeah, of course you do. Fuck you. You have a payment for me?
Well, does he have the payments, Mr. Devil?
He reaches and he pulls out 2 coins. They're pretty big, actually. They're about like 6 inches in diameter and about an inch thick. They're pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
He takes them, and you can see that they're engraved front and back with screaming faces, with a screaming face on each face. On each side of the coin, I know that's confusing. Each side of the coin has a screaming face engraved on it. And the devil gives the coins to her, and she says, all right, everyone out, come on, let's go. Gotta get the ship ready, come on.
I will get out of her way if that's what she wants.
She wants you out of the vehicle, yes.
Okay, all right. I will. One last thing I will say to Argent as I'm getting off, and I just say, "Thank you, Argent. I hope that my advice helped, and I'm glad you're here." I pat him on the back.
It does. And I'm glad to be here. And he follows Alexander.
All right. Sylvana, as you climb out with Lulu cowering in your hair, Maggie notices Lulu, and her eyes just both eyes focus unerringly on Lulu. She says, "Oh, my dearie, where'd you get that? Where'd you get that treasure right there?"
Completely ignoring her and flies away.
What does Lulu do?
Lulu tries to burrow deeper into the hair, but Maggie is actually able to pluck her out of the hair and just start scrutinizing the Holy
what?
Font. Yeah. Maggie is extremely fast. She
moves towards me?
Yeah, Maggie
Oh,
moves towards you.
okay. Disintegrate.
What?
Is that your response to
Yeah,
every
that's
problem?
my response now. Just like everything, disintegrate.
The flesh
We
golem
need
literally
her to fix the
interposes
vehicle.
It's a lesson she can learn.
itself. The flesh golem sticks itself between Disintegrate and Mad Maggie.
All right.
So what's the damage?
Hold on. Yep.
Yeah, Argent is gonna take note. Okay, don't get on her bad side. Don't get on her bad side.
Oh, that's just on my good side.
Oh, that's your good side.
Yeah, that's
Is
my good
88
side.
points of force damage? I'd hate to see you on your bad side.
I wish you to never exist. Oh, damn.
Oh
Right,
my god.
23.
Yeah, the golem howls, and the madcaps behind it are dancing, insulting. They start howling along with them. Just insulting.
Hey!
Yeah.
Interactive TV.
Yeah, the Mad Maggie doesn't even seem to notice it. She's just scrutinizing Lulu, and poor Lulu is just squealing.
Wait. So
In absolute terror.
hold on. I fly away with Lulu on my head. Mad Maggie shows up trying to pull her away from my hair, and I fire Disintegrate. How the hell does she touch my hair? That seems just
She is
unlikely.
extremely
She's fast.
That
She's
just
fast.
seems
You're in hell.
unlikely.
You're in Avernus, a place where people can a place where demons invade regularly. You gotta be quick on your feet.
I'm already super fast. I just don't understand how.
Yeah. Well, she's a hag. She can do this shit. All right, unlike you, she can't. She can die permanently, unlike you. But
Yeah, I know. Okay. So
yeah, she gives the Holy Font back to you. Someone says, "Now, dearie, can you tell me where you found that?"
Oh,
'Cause I think
Disintegrate.
I think we might.
No, I'm just kidding.
You've already.
No, this
you're
one
on
is kidding.
Disintegrate.
This one is kidding.
Yeah, no, she says.
I took
because
Lulu
think-
back and ignore her and walk away.
I think we might have to cancel payment for this.
Ignore her, walking away.
Yeah. Yeah, just you hear her say to the ice devil, "Yeah, if you can get the nice lady over there to hand the Holy Font over, I would be more than willing to cancel the payment and return the coins to you."
Do
How's
you
that
wish?
sound?
Do you wish to go out of existence?
She looks at you and she
'Cause
says,
I can do
"Oh,
that."
come now, I don't want to keep the dearie. I just want its memories. That's
One
all."
more word, and you are out of existence.
Lulu looks up at you and says, "You're not a nice lady, are you?"
That's true.
I never said I was nice.
I want to understand now.
Okay, Anderson comes back from his piss and kind of goes, "Okay, what did I miss?"
even demigods
Let's
need
call him is missing a
release
chunk of
it.
itself, thanks to disintegrate. And Lulu is trying to get away from Sylvana. And Mad Maggie has said that if in return for the Holy Fund, she's willing to cancel payment.
Mm-hmm.
We're not even paying for it, so give me my Holophant back.
Mad Maggie steps up. She just says, listen, buddy, look, I don't think you understand. I don't want her. I just want to see her memories. I don't even want to take them from her. I just want to see them. Come on. Come the fuck on, man. Come on, huh?
Well, first off,
I look at the Ice Devil and just says, "Do we really need her?" Because I'm about to do it.
He says, "Please don't. We need her. She can fix this. She doesn't really give a shit what people think. She's a hag. What do you
She's
expect?"
a hag, Sylvana.
Can't other madcaps fix the vehicle?
They probably work for her.
yeah, the moment that you kill her, they are all going to leave.
Well,
and we're going to be stuck in a garage with a bunch of tools that nobody knows how to use. That's what's going to happen. I mean, you can do it if you want.
Okay,
but
I
we'll
look
be
at
kind of
Skex's, so Wish does fix the vehicle, right?
Wish just fix the vehicle.
I wish the vehicle to be fixed, that's all.
Skex's says, "I don't know. You gotta be careful. We're in hell.
Oh, that's
We don't know how.
Use a wish in hell. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, don't
That
even
is so
try
true.
To wish in hell. All right, that is a bad idea, my lady. That is a bad idea.
You have too much power.
Yeah, that is so true.
Yeah, and she says, "Listen, if the hag just wants to look at Lulu's memories, what's the harm? And if we're there to
I
keep an
like
eye on her
that
to make sure she doesn't alter."
creature. You know I like that creature. I don't want it to be
Well
harmed.
then, if we can stand there, we can watch, we can make sure that it isn't harmed, that Maggie doesn't tamper with its memories, and maybe we can learn a little bit more about this creature.
I am honestly actually kind of curious. I'm kind of curious about this creature, so I'm all for it. Lulu, I will hold your trunk. I will hold your trunk the entire time, but I am curious to see.
But I don't remember anything. That's the thing.
Well, maybe we
I need that sword.
Well, and I look.
That's not a problem, my dearie. I can bring those memories back. No problem.
Yeah,
But
and I
don't
look
like
at.
that. That's the deal.
I just kind of like, while the hag is screaming, I'm just like. I almost like every time like Alexander tries to like lift his finger, just another scream from her comes.
Yeah.
So Saint Anderson does go, and he does say to Lulu that like,
Listen, I'm curious, and I'm sure you want to know what memories you've forgotten as much as everyone else does.
Yeah.
If anything goes
Maybe-
wrong, we will be right here.
Yeah.
Okay?
Maybe we can find out why you want the
Want the
sword
sword.
so bad.
All right. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. And Skexis says, "Look, if she does anything to mess with Lulu's mind,
Yeah, we
then you can
obliterate
wish
her.
out.
That's no big
Yeah,
problem.
then we obliterate her.
Yeah.
Don't worry, my lady. We can. There's plenty of time to kill her later."
Yeah, Melvis, get into position.
What's it? Mad Maggie is going to say, yeah, but let me get your shit face first. Hang on. One thing at a time. I'm old.
One thing at a
Multitask
time.
like you youngsters.
Yeah, well, let me fix this thing first as all the red dot lasers line up on her head.
Yeah, she takes a wrench and then she just starts hitting the side of the vehicle, Team Fortress style.
Oh, so that's what we're paying her for, to hit a fucking thing with a wrench.
Yeah, she hits and then underneath, like something falls out, and the madcaps scurry underneath, and they pull out half a demon carcass out from underneath it. He says, "Well, that's part of your problem."
No, that's that darn old carcass got jammed in the ignition again.
I still was like, yeah, how did that get there? I didn't even run one over. I didn't even run one of those over. How did that get there?
Oh God.
Yeah, so this is Maggie. This is, yeah, you guys go. You kids go away. Just go kick a madcap or something. I don't care. Let me just fix this thing. Yeah.
Well, I let her do her thing. I'm just
Malvis'
curious about.
Response. Malvis hears kick a madcap. He says, "Well, if she insists." And then
Oh God!
Vicious punts to one of these. It sends it flying.
Have fun, Melvis.
I can't have fun. When people like me have fun, people like you die. So I can't really have fun.
Well, you have my permission to have limited fun.
Alright.
What a fucking mess we're in right now.
What, you expect hell to be neat and clean?
No, but this is hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Alright, and I think this is as good a place to leave off with Anderson and the rest of the crew.
Mm-hmm.
Just somewhere in hell, Mad Max, having made a Mad Max style deal.
Fixing their vehicle in a garage.
Yeah, watching a crazy old lady hammering away at their vehicle. Their only ride around hell with their vehicle with a wrench.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Punting.
We've got a bunch of 4-hour trips, and I'm so excited to talk with Solana some more about other.
And she's so
people.
excited to ignore you.
Yeah,
I'm very excited.
Yeah, Lulu's kind of just like hiding on Alexander's shoulder now.
I have a gold elephant now. I'm happy. I win this day.
Yeah, you won. I don't have the elephant. I'm not happy.
Yeah, if you go to Celestia, you might be able to get yourself one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so cute. Now, let's talk about the B team, shall we?
Ah, yes, the B team.
Okay.
I guess if we're jumping through time and space here, let's see, what was the last time they were, especially since next session, we're going to be focusing on them. Let's get everything set up, you know?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well,
Alright,
we are
alright.
still in, the castle nearby where Manacle's
Well,
family
here's the-
resides.
yeah. Okay, so Anderson's getting his picture changed. Here's the, now I have the thing, the plot right here, written right here. What happened last time
Yeah.
is you returned from Firestorm Peak, and the B team learned that you were not allowed to go into the armory, with the exception of Mana, who received a sword that was intended for him.
Yeah, he just took one.
Yeah, no, his sword. It was supposed to be
Yeah,
like,
that's
it's like a
that's
generation.
his. That's all we need.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, the Arkwright family, the rest of the Arkwright family, however, has gone pursuing their most esoteric lead as to why madness is coming out of Firestorm Peak. They'll be back in about a week. Their lead didn't go anywhere. Mana witnessed Roberta singing, and the two shared touching moments. Cadence, meanwhile, found himself fighting a corrupted wolf when he was assisted by a guy straight out of Bloodborne
Yep.
who called himself Smith and introduced himself as a keeper of the cerulean sign.
Mr.
He believes that-
Anderson to you.
He believes that Firestorm Peak is the source of the madness, and he has come here to purge it. And Cadence has brought him back to Longbridge.
Yep. It was in the middle of the night or near dawn? Because it was
Close to
late.
dawn.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's probably close to dawn at this point. It's like
Okay.
4 or 5 in the morning. Sun's starting to come up now.
All right.
The horrors of the previous night seem petty, almost, in comparison. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
we were just walking back towards the town. That's all. We exchange a few words, but nothing much. because we basically just talks. Well, I basically just talks to him and asks about a few of the backgrounds. That's all.
All right. Yeah, Smith does not talk much about his background.
Yeah, figures.
He just says that he only says that he's here in the name of the keepers of the cerulean sign to
Yeah.
purge the Firestorm Peak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's the part. All right, so I just walk back towards town. That's all.
All right. And next day, what are you going to do?
Well,
Smith is intending to go to Firestorm Peak.
Did first of all, did he settle in an inn? Because the last time I remember, I was gonna introduce him to stay at some place first.
Yeah, he's gonna pay for a night at the local watering hole, and then he's gonna go to Firestorm Peak to see if he can actually go in there or not.
Okay. I meet with. Well, in the morning, I rest for a short rest, and meet with the team. And just like, okay, describe the situation with them. Basically, I described it really, just easy way. Like, I was in the midnight for a walk, and I found this wolf, and I found this guy. So yeah, it seems like he's trying to help us. Well, not exactly help us, but more like he's here to purge the sickness. And he's ready to, not only meet us, but also visit Firestorm Peak again to see if he can pass through.
That's all you know about him at this point, correct?
Yeah, he did fight the creature with me, so...
Right.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason to not trust him, but I still would like to meet this person,
Yeah.
I'd like to make my own judgment.
That's why I'm here to talk to you about it. So,
Is Mana is in the room as well, right?
Yeah,
I
man is
believe so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, just special note, Mana's not standing beside Roberta. He's actually trying to
Whoopsie.
probably stand beside Cadence. Cadence will be between Mana and Roberta, and Mana's just trying to play off what happened last night, and he's
Be
trying to
cool.
calm and collected, be cool.
Yeah.
Is he cool? Is he cool? He's cool.
He's cool. He's cold as ice.
You're cool.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
You're cool. Roberta kind of sees Mana on the other side of the room and says, "You all right, Mana?"
Yeah. Hi. Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, that's Smith, right? Let's go talk to him. And he gets just I'll go. It's outside. Yeah, I'll go outside. And he leaves.
Cadence squint for a little bit. And just shrugs. Mana can be
Roberta doesn't get it.
introverted.
Roberta's gonna kick him off.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
This is gonna be awkward. Here we go.
Oh, I love everything about this dynamic. I'm so happy.
Oh my god.
Cadence, where is he? He's not here. Where is he?
He's at the hotel. He's definitely
He's
not
at
here.
the he's at the tavern.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Okay,
I posted
good.
In Discord, I posted a picture that I thought was a good representation of Smith, but the picture quality sucked ass. So I posted a second one.
Yeah, the second one.
All right. I immediately leave and. Okay, see you there, and then I just leave to the tavern.
Wait,
immediately
what?
by
See you
myself.
there? Why? We're all walking together.
Yeah.
I'll see you there.
Yeah.
You don't know what he looks like, pal.
He's drinking. Yeah, when you get there, you see him. He's the guy in the trench coat with the three-cornered hat. He's drinking. He's drinking some Guinness. A nice big glass of Guinness.
Nice.
Yeah, he kind of enters the tavern. I assume Mana's ahead by a few seconds at least, right?
Yeah.
He's like, are you
Mana?
Smith?
What the hell?
I'm Smith.
Hey,
just said
Smith.
yes, he's-
So, sorry. This is my friend Mana. I don't know why he just doesn't wait for us. But anyway, this is Mana. This is Roberta. So as you can see, these are my friends. And guys, this is Mr. Smith
Hi.
or Smith. Yeah.
Hi,
Hello. How's it going?
I'll go get the drinks, and then you see Manny just leave it and get
I'm going
drinks.
to drink. I don't need another.
What?
I'll
the
get us
hell?
3 drinks.
I could use a drink, actually, Mana. Do you mind getting me something?
I'm sure.
Of course, I will.
You know what?
Cadence, do you want?
You know what? I will follow you. You've been acting so weird today.
No,
You know what?
what are you
Roberta?
talking about?
Feel free to talk to Smith. I will accompany Mana. I think he has something to say to me. I don't know what, but anyway.
No, I don't. Cadence,
Yeah.
I'm completely
I just shouldered Mana and, you know, hands wrap around his shoulder and just like, come on, let's go. You have something to spill, so spill.
This is actually really good because I wanted to talk with Smith alone. So this
Okay.
works out perfectly.
fine. Okay, wait. How? Wait.
So whose conversation starting first? Let's ask our DM.
We're going to
'Cause he-
start with the more amusing one.
So, Mana.
Wait.
You've
before
been
as you're
acting
dragging me
so
away,
weird
wait,
today.
Wait,
and
Cadence. As you're dragging me away, right?
yeah.
I think I'm at emotional high that I would do this by accident. So, you don't see me speaking, but you can hear in your mind with my voice saying, "Please, it's not obvious, right? No, it's not obvious. Please tell me it's not obvious. Please do not tell me it's obvious." Like in
I
your mind,
messaged him back saying, "Don't bombard me with message. Just talk like a normal person." What is going on with you?
You see, Mana looks confused. Like I didn't say anything.
I messaged him back saying, "Yes, you did." You just messaged me like 10 times like a crazy person.
I
Spill,
don't know
what
how
is
to
going
use
on?
message.
Wait, what?
Huh.
Wait.
The thick plottons.
The thick
Ah.
plotters,
I-
what the fuck?
I don't know how to use message. I'm a bard. We don't have message.
Ooh.
I will just chuck that up as random madness. You were talking. You do no message, so yeah. Anyway, just spill. What's on your mind? Why are you acting so weird today?
I'm not acting weird today.
You're acting weird today. No, I'm just. Come on. You
Okay.
must be acting
Okay,
like this for
okay.
a reason.
Cadence. Okay, fine. Okay. He's gonna whisper. You have to be honest with me.
I'm always honest.
Is it?
You know me.
Is it obvious?
Yeah, obviously you have something to say to me, and now you are delaying it.
No, not that. Not that. Okay, fine. I'm acting off. Okay, but like not that. I'm asking. Is it obvious? And then you see like, Manel start looking at Roberta.
I look at Roberta, look at Mana, look at Roberta again. What? She's always been like this. Oh, did you find out why she was gone before? And then returns would just... Was it that? Did you find out the reason why?
And then like, you see Mana just space off for like a second, and he remembers that night that Roberta singing like
Yeah.
that pristine moment. And then you see Mana just blush, and then he just like sinks to the like bar and hides his face.
And
Never mind.
steam coming out of Mana's head.
Yes, like stop. No,
Is that
No.
yours, bleed, Rana? Or are you just happy to see Roberta?
Yeah. Wait, Mana, why is your face so red? Why are you bleeding in
It's
your
not red.
nose? I smack Mana on the head, just like, get out of it!
fine.
I know I'm handsome, but I'm not into that way. I know you humans tend to view us elves as exotic and really mysterious, and I know I'm a Shadakai, which is really rare to know more common eyes, but I'm not into that way, so you know what? I am honored. I appreciate your, but I'm not into that.
And then you hear like again telepathically, like against Mana's actual like what he would say, his emotions and feelings are just too like
Through the
bottled up.
roof.
So you start hearing, okay, I like her, like going through your mind, and then like Mana's just face is still red.
Yeah, Mana, I'm not a her. I know it's really confusing, but I'm not a her. I know we look elegant, but I'm not into men. I'm not wearing tunic. I'm not into men.
You see Mana's eyes keep shifting to Roberta, like as you guys are talking.
But can Cadence figure that out?
I'm gonna. You know what, guys? I'm gonna roll a d20.
Insights.
No.
Insight.
Just a plain d20s to see if I know. Oh, okay. Insight. What?
Insight. That's a better way.
Can I have a disadvantage, please?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Sure.
Yes, it's a 9. I still don't know. I just look at him like, yeah, Roberta is nice and all, and like I said to you, I'm not into that. If you are into that kind of type, I'm sorry, but I'm different. I like girls.
Mana's just like, fine, I give up. I'll tell you. And then he whispers like, I like Roberta.
We all like Roberta. What are you talking about? She's our friend. I like her too.
Never mind. And you see him he grabs this
I'm not ashamed to admit it. Mana, there's no shame in admire.
He shoves it down his mouth. He shoves that ale down his mouth.
Yeah.
Mana,
I feel the Constitution.
Yeah.
Roll? Can I just feel the same?
Yeah.
I put my hands on Mana's shoulder, this time gently, because Cadence thinks that he's into him. I put it around his shoulder and just says, Mana, there's no shame in admitting that you like your companion. We're all friends here, I like you a lot, like I said, not in that way, but I like you a lot, because we're friends, So, there's no need to feel blush or shame or anything. Really. That's part of puberty. That must be growing up. That's what you humans call puberty? I think you're right, right? I'm right?
You see Mana, since he's getting, tipsy, his filter's starting to come off, and he just mumbles, so that's why your name is Cadence.
That is so true. Yeah.
All right, that is the line of the session right there. That's fucking beautiful.
And you see he grabs another mug and he's gonna just down it again.
Yeah.
It's he has 3 mugs, right? That was supposed to be 3 of you.
Mm-hmm.
He mugs he gets one down.
Yeah, he just drinks it.
He drinks all 3.
Yeah. Cadence was just still saying that, Mana, drinking 3 drinks is not gonna make me look like a girl. You know that, right? Even with that fuzz haze.
You see Mana just stand up drunkenly and he's like, I'm gonna go talk to father, and he's just gonna tipsy his way back to the castle.
Give him my best, and still, we're all friends. There's no shame in liking each other. Remember that. And I yell through the tavern.
Yeah, the tavern, the rest of the people they just really don't give a shit.
Kids, puberty. I point at
nice.
Mana. Yeah.
So I'm assuming while that is transpiring, I'm having that conversation with Smith.
Probably.
So what do you want to talk to Smith about?
All right. I just look at Smith and so you met my friend Cadence on the road, right?
I did.
And kind of looks at him and says, and you have decided to take up hunting these creatures, I presume.
That is true. I have. What of it?
Why come here then? you don't mind me asking.
It's an epicenter of madness. You see that mountain, whatever is inside. It's driving things mad, it's mutating them.
Kind of looks at him and says, and sorry, she says, and you seem to not want to tell anyone where you came from.
Where I came from doesn't matter. Only matters what I do now. Look, I guess you're curious. You want to know why a stranger dressed like this has shown up and is trying to kill these monsters. I get that. But right now, time is of the essence. It means that mountain must be purged before the corruption spreads further.
And that we are in agreement. I just like to know the people that I might be working with in the future.
He says, very well. All you need to know is I'm Smith, and I've been imbued with the divine powers of a paladin.
It's Mr. Smith to you.
Go back to your drinks, knife, yes.
Well, Mr. Smith, thank you for imploring me with this little chat.
No problem. That is no problem.
And Roberta will get up, and she's still very suspicious of Smith, but she feels a little bit more like she learned a lot from that conversation. And then she'll go join up the group. All right, Cadence. Where's Mana?
Oh, he was talking about how he likes me and likes us. I said, I'm not into that way, but I appreciate him and his, I'm honored. And then he was just kind of walking away. I don't know why. He says he's going to talk to his father. That's kind of weird. I mean, he also says he likes you. I said, no, we all like each other.
Of course he was going to do that. I knew it the second you told him he was going to do that. I'm going to roll an insight check on Caden.
Yeah.
To make sure that this isn't some bullshit he's making up. All right. No. Let me roll insight.
Okay,
go ahead.
Natural
go
one.
Ahead. Let's see.
Just watch to see if you can roll a natural one.
I'm gonna jump off the roof.
It's a natural 6. You smell alcohol. It may not be from Cadence, but it might also.
Oh, I'm not drinking, so it's definitely not from me.
Oh, you're not.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm drinking juice and milk at the same time. So. Yeah.
Juice and milk at the same time?
That's how Cadence rolls. Yeah.
He is. He's clearly not right in the head. The madness is getting to him.
Yeah.
The madness is getting to him.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, I hope he's doing all right.
Because at this point, Roberta is like, she doesn't know what transpired, so she's more confused.
Okay.
She's definitely going to have to go talk to, Mana. I mean, it's the only way.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you should definitely go talk to him. The kids in puberty, I'm elf, so I don't know how humans go through that patch. So you should talk to him.
You know what? I will go talk with Mana. Why don't you stay here and give our friend Smith some company?
Well, I doubt he'll need it. I can accompany you to a stage.
At this point, Smith has finished his drink. He's paid for his tab, and he is going out of the. Leaving now.
He's going to the Firestorm Peak to check if he can enter. I don't think he can because we tried it last time, but there's no harm in him trying it. So I. Rather
Roberta
not do an, boring
Roberta
trip again. Yeah. So yeah,
Roberta's gonna roll a die. Roberta's gonna roll a die, and this might save Mana.
Go ahead. 16. Does it save him from impending embarrassment?
You know what, Roberta? You know what, Cadence? I'm very curious on how that trip Mr. Smith is going to take is going to transpire. I'm going to maybe follow him. Why don't you stay here and make sure Mana doesn't get any trouble?
You sure?
I'm sure.
You don't need any help?
No, I've done this kind of stuff by myself. I should be fine. And
True.
honestly, I want to make sure somebody's with Mana just in case.
Yeah, he's been acting weird all day. You know what? I'll do it. What are friends for? I just pat Roberta on the shoulder and just walk towards the stairs.
You can do it stealthily then. You can do it stealthily?
Stealthily. Sure, why not? It's Mana. It's not hard to,
Yeah. Oh, I mean, like, watch Mana. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, you want me to follow you? Oh, sorry, Roberta. I got it all wrong. You know what? I'll be as stealthily as possible. I will chaperone you. I heard your call, and I never turn back on a friend's calling.
So Roberta has like grabbed Cadence's face and is just using her blood hunter eyes to stare him down. Cadence.
I'm not into that way. Come on. You are a girl. True. I describe that to a lot of people, but we are friends, and this is wrong. And besides, you look amazing.
Sure, I don't.
But I'm not into that type. So
Cadence, I would like you to stay in the town and watch Mana. Can you do that for me?
I'm gonna roll an insight check.
How can you? Oh my God, you're so
okay. 17. Okay.
17. Yeah, Roberta wants you to stay in the town and watch Mana.
Why don't you say so? When you say stealthily, I thought you were gonna ask me to chaperone you, but you're too shy to ask for help. I get it. You're an independent, strong woman. And
you need to chaperone Mana.
Yeah.
Because he is drunk.
Yeah. I will. Don't worry. I get your message. I'm quick. I'm a quick learner. I pick up on your scent. So yeah, I will chaperone. I will chaperone Mana stealthily, as in style. And I walk out of the tavern.
As Roberta is leaving to go follow Smith, she's just thinking, that man will be the death of me.
I'm leaving the tavern just thinking, they all need my help. Guess I'm still the leader of the team after all. Yeah.
Cadence is so good. Cadence is so good.
That was the best. And guess what? Mana just got saved because I was like, oh no, I want to follow.
Oh
Smith
no, it's
sure.
just on a what's the death roll? He's still gonna face the music.
Yeah, because if I had rolled on like a 9 or lower, I would have said no. I gotta go find Mana. It's important. Oh God. I fucking love the B team. Yeah.
This looks like a good place to stop.
Yeah, this is a perfect place to stop. I got everything I want. I got everything I wanted this session. I got to see Fylo. I got to play Alexander. This is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next session is going to be
the B team?
Entirely about the B team.
All right.
So.
Yes, an awkward not really triangle, but awkward situation's gonna play out. Yes.
Yes, you're going to our very anime session.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's anime because it's just so entertaining to me. It's the best. It's like the most fun I've had in D&D in a while. It's the best.
Awkward Mana is the best, Justin. Just saying.
Yeah, it's the best. I love it. But yeah, that was really.
I won't lie. Who says I'm role playing right now?
That's what I said. I just said it's best because you're not pretending.
Yeah, I'm not pretending. I'm getting this from experience.
Nice.
Oh God!
That's
all
amazing.
right, I'm gonna go pass out.
Yeah.
But a really good session, guys. That was awesome.
Fun
Nice.
session,
I'm
everyone,
gonna go
as
too.
always.
See ya.
See ya.
See you guys.
Good
Bye.
game, good night. I'm glad you all enjoyed.